righty. Let's go, you guys. It's Friday night. We're living healthy in the On Fire house. So it's like, may as well go live, dude. Talk about this video that's emerging that appears to show Erika Kirk doing some CIA briefing or something about EMPs. I have some thoughts on that video, obviously. And I will run through, this new footage from the ICE more than anything, honestly. Like, I got caught up on this Minnesota shooting since last night. And now there's like a new angle. It's like crystal clear, like what happened in terms of, one part in particular. So we'll go through that. And then we'll look at how these really good actors on X are like, oh, here is this brand new video that gives us all of this information about what happened. They're all, well, what are we going to do? Like, well, I think that we should cut off the first 30 seconds of the video. You're all cut off the first 30 seconds. Yeah, I just think I think it tells a better story if we start it, 35 seconds in. You're all. So you want to just cut out all of the context, just cut it out where we understand exactly who they were and what they were doing there. Yes, of course, because it's not important what's true. What's important is who gets to say that their side is better than the other side. It's ridiculous, dude. Oh, thank you very much, Miss Larasaran. Appreciate you. And and then I'll respond because apparently, Heavy Duty Country actually just did a video about Tim Pool calling us out. And I watched his and I was like, I can't believe I never did a video about that. So I'll talk about it in my stream here. And then I have some other just really funny stuff to go over, dude. It's like, I just have really, really, really funny stuff to go over. But let's go ahead and start right here. Hang on. Let me pull up Heavy Duty Country's video, and then I will show you exactly what Tim Pool said, and then I'll show you how I responded, because I responded to this on X, and I took a long time to write out my response. And it's hilarious because I hadn't really looked at it since, and now that I'm reading it, I did it on my phone, and now that I'm reading it, I was like, oh, man, I have like typos. But nonetheless, wrote out a very clear answer to his question. Giovis, thank you for the super chat. Oh my God, Jesse Live, my hubby is almost home. Help. Oh, dude, it's gonna be on when he gets home for sure. Thank you for the super chat. Okay, so let me share my screen here, and I will show you Heavy Duty Country's video on this. So he's like, oh shit, better like that video, just like you're about to like my live stream. You guys like how I did that? Genius. Okay, so let's just listen to Dan talk about it, just because I love listening to Dan punk people, dude. It's hilarious.
Amazing stuff, amazing coffee, and even better, some of the best values.
No. They want that on my channel. They got to pay. They got to pay.
Was I would say maybe just a smart ass, or maybe he's legitimately stupid. That's a possibility. Look, a lot of people who do this kind of stuff are stupid. Look, it just is what it is. But I want to go through what he said, and I'm going to break all of this down for Tim like he's a 10-year-old who's never really learned how to analyze things and use educated guesses and common sense, because I'm getting really kind of sick of people battling each other on the Charlie Kirk thing. There is one reality that we all need to bring in and hold, okay? The FBI did not do a good job. They still aren't doing a good job. The official narrative, as you're about to learn, is total crap, or at least it is extremely probably one of the hardest things to believe I've ever heard. Can we all agree on that? And then
agree 100%. Absolutely 100% agree with all of that. Don Moya, welcome to the membership team. And Dankster gifted 5 memberships. I thank you, dude. And thank you to anybody who just got a free membership. Thank Dankster, and go follow his channel, because he's the one that's doing like this. He's doing like a deep investigation into into TPUSA's financials. Let me actually pull up his channel so you guys can see, because I have a response video that I already filmed, and I didn't put it out today because the video I'd already done a video on Erika Kirk, and the numbers were outlandish. So I waited, but I will drop that tomorrow. Let me show you a site. Okay, yeah. So here, right here. There you go. That's the gangster. So that right there, this is the video I'm reacting to. It's crazy, dude. I mean, it's actually not that crazy when you think about it. It's just exactly what I would expect from corrupt, political actors. But it is very clear what they're doing. Anyway, let me let Dan continue, and then I'll show you what Tim said to me, and I'll show you what I said back.
Anything else, the little like small stuff, it's just subsections of it. And if you haven't seen the 30-06 frangible test, I put a link below the video. I recommend you go watch it, because that's what started all of this. So, Tim, I got to ask really quick, dude, what's under the beanie? What's under there? Is it a treasure map? The door?
Dude, there's one thing actually that he said later in the video. I'm obviously not going to make you guys have 20-minute video of heavy. You should go watch his channel. But he had this there was one thing I was like, I did not know about that, dude. He put in here that Tim apparently was invited to some here we go. I did not know about this.
Got late word that I was invited to a private roundtable meeting with Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. It was under what's called Chatham House rules. For those that are not familiar, this means that you cannot reveal anybody who attended, nor attribute anything to any one individual, as they can deny it, and they would. However, what I love about what the White House is currently doing, when you bring together a bunch of influencers and podcasters who don't know much about journalism culture, whatever you want to call it, not that we respect it tremendously, most people didn't know what Chatham House meant. So
this is from April of 2025. I had no idea about this. I literally knew nothing about that prior to seeing it on Dan's video. But it's well, that explains a lot. You know what I mean? I mean, that seems to explain a lot. It's I don't know anything about any deals that are made, not made, whatever, but I just feel like I've made no secret about it. I'm I think Tim seems like he is very heavily leaning into a specific direction they're going. And he's like, Candace is a CUNT. Okay. She's a vile, that word. And I was like, damn, that is a way to go. And then all of a sudden it's it just did seem, it's funny because of the way the whole Mitch Snow thing played out for me was I couldn't, because I can actually see how she was seeing things when I consider that. Because all of a sudden there was this blitzkrieg on her of Tim Pool, all these other people who were going so hard in the paint. I'm not even going to relitigate that entire thing, but it is just felt very inauthentic. And then now when you put this into the mix, it's oh, you were at a round table with Netanyahu. It's okay, well, that starts to make a lot of sense, because that just means that you're in contact with them now. If you ever meet with anyone, it doesn't matter who it is. If you ever go and meet someone live, they are in your Rolodex forever. And so you can get in touch with them. And so if hypothetically someone wants to offer you money for anything, that's very easy to do. It's those are the unwritten rules that everybody knows. It's it doesn't matter what your relationship is. If you have an opportunity where someone wants to give another person money, then it's you can always reach out to them. You're hey man, I've got this guy that wants to offer you a deal. It's okay. So, if the rumors are true about how much people are getting paid to say whatever, it would certainly line up. Okay, let me show you exactly what he said, though, and I'll show you what my response was, because I was very intentionally trying to kind of paint him into a corner here a little bit. So he's so this is obviously me, Dan, and when we did the 30-06 frange rounds. By the way, Dan has another channel that's the one that we did. The first test we did was on his main channel. The second one he put on Heavy Duty Country Armory, or Heavy Duty Armory is a second channel. And so that's this one right here. Oh, there it is. HDC Army. I'm sorry. HDC Armory is the other channel. So this guy puts this up, and then Tim goes on to X and says, honest question, what is the assessment? FBI knows it wasn't a 30-06 and is lying about what really happened, but chose the wrong caliber. FBI is in on it and intentionally lied about the caliber, ? And so I was like, I mean, if he's going a honest question, it's like, all right, I mean, I will give him an honest answer, you know? So this is exactly what I wrote back. I was like, this is me in the video. My honest answer is I have no idea. I, among many other experienced shooters, were extremely skeptical of the 30-06 shot from inside 150 yards, stopping in a human neck. Now, after shooting meat and bone and cinder blocks behind them in 2 separate tests, we can validate if Charlie was shot with the rifle we used at that distance with any type of 30-06 ammunition, including frangible rounds, there would have been a catastrophic exit wound. Had his neck been hit with a soft tip round meant for big game and it hit his upper spine, based on our results, he would have been nearly decapitated. Seriously. Did we prove Charlie was not shot with a 30-06? Of course not. What we did prove is that if anyone was not suspicious of the official story, that the official story may be wrong, then they should be. I draw no conclusions from these tests related to who or why. What I can say is that the reports that Kash Patel blocked any investigation from the DNI or CIA into whether there was foreign involvement starts feeling like there's something might be there, especially given who that story came from. And that's the top of the intelligence apparatus through Mike Glover, and him using the language, Kash is compromised, paraphrased. Now, to be clear, if it sounds like I'm implying that I personally believe this was an operation on behalf of foreign government, I'm not. Everything I've focused on when investigating this assassination has been looking into the trans radical extremists surrounding Tyler Robinson, and we've uncovered a lot of evidence that indicates their involvement. We have tons of stuff pointing to specific individuals' involvement that I've put out over the last few months. I'm sure you haven't been watching everything or anything maybe that I've released on YouTube, but if you want a crash course on everything we have pointing towards this community of psychos, hit me up. That said, involving trans radicals in no way disqualifies nation state actors involvement. So if it sounds like I'm all in that I know what happened and the buck stops with that group, I'm also not saying that. Longest way possible to say I don't trust the FBI. While undecided if it's incompetence or nefarious actions, they won't convince me Charlie was shot with a 30-06 that never exited his neck after our own tests. So like I took all the time to write that specifically because I was just going like, oh, what response could you possibly have to this? Okay, cool. Block that. This one? No, I'm going to block that off. Take this. That's why I took all that time to write it. It was just kind of like, all right, well, you're implying that we're like crazy conspiracy theorists because we're pointing out the obvious that a 30-06 is like the least likely outside of like a 50 cal or like, some bigger round to have hit him and not exited. Like outside of that, we're not saying anything, as sure as, as soon as you start making, or actually just keeping your claims as limited as possible makes it to where you can't really lose. You know what I mean? Can't really lose. But Tim did not respond. And so, it's like, I don't know what, hey, Jesse, let's actually read some of these. I haven't read these yet. Jesse, I watched your entire video and noticed that the frangible rounds did not explode the turkey at all. And you even noted that wounds look similar to what happened to Charlie. Only caveat here is the exit wound, of course. However, in the spirit of not trusting the government, what do you think about about MLK also experiencing the same magic bullet theory? The MLK thing is like, people are always like, MLK got shot with a 30-06. And it's like, maybe, you know what I mean? Like the answer to that is the only reason everyone thinks MLK was shot with a 30-06 is because there was a 30-06 rifle put wherever, they found a 30-06 rifle and they said that there was no exit round. Like we all know, like everybody who really knows the history of this country when it comes to those groups is that was intentional to like break apart any of those groups that they saw as potential agitators that were going to threaten the U.S. social order. And if you've never looked at documentaries, I think the best one I've ever seen is the Ken Burns Vietnam one. I know the Ken Burns did some weird shit lately, but if you watch the Ken Burns Vietnam one, they did such a good job of capturing the feeling in the United States during that period of time to where no matter how divided and how insane things seem right now, it was worse then. And it was way crazier. Like you have JFK, which you essentially everybody knows is a conspiracy. You have this, the Martin Luther King one was almost certainly the American government. And so them saying, oh yeah, it's a 30-06, it's like, it just doesn't mean anything to me because not only can I not validate it, it's like, I don't believe anything that is coming from official channels from that period of time. They told us, I just knocked a microphone off that scared the Jesus out of me. Hopefully that didn't. Oh, it sounds like we're good. They told everybody that we went to the moon, for God's sake. Everyone's like, oh yeah, they did because we did. It's like, all right. Elizabeth, thank you for the super chat. Oh wow, cut live on Friday. Lucky me. Yes, ma'am. Thank you for the Carlisa, new member for 3 months. Hi, Jesse. Carlisa here from Mansfield, Ohio. I love your podcast. My first live. Love your sense of humor, and I love that you love your wife. I do love my wife, and I do try to be funny. And I got fucking jokes later in this video too, or this live, because I'm gonna get through the Erika CIA thing, and then I'm gonna show you guys one of the funniest things ever. X-Force, thank you for the super chat. There is evidence of indirect financial associations between Alec Jones or his entities like InfoWars and Turning Point USA through shared donors and collaborative activities. Dive on that. Hey, listen, if you have those names of what the organizations are, if you email them to me, I'll email them to Danks, and I promise Danks will find them if they're out there. You never know what you're going to get when you respond to, in my position, which I'm incredibly grateful for. I have people reach out all the time who want to want to collaborate or do whatever. And I can only respond to so many of them. And then sometimes I'll just have a feeling where I'm like, I feel like this is someone who should be in my Rolodex. And Danks, as it turned out, was a very valuable addition to my network. And he's excellent. Son of Ever Project. What's tired of the stupidity online today, dude? Yeah. Oh yeah. We'll look at that too. It's just not that funny though. I'm going to show, because I made it the title though. I want to bring you guys over to the Erika Kirk thing real quick though. And then we will move along to the other stuff. Okay. So this is the Erika Kirk thing in question. Okay. So this came from Hustle Bitch, which is probably the most hardcore name on X, Hustle Bitch. It's like, I've actually never known whether this is him punking me or he's I'm a hustler. I'm a hustling bitch. So I honestly just don't know. So every time I read it, I'm all right. I don't know if he's being you're a bitch or or if you don't hustle, you're a bitch, or I'm a hustle. You know what I mean? But nonetheless. Oh, Scotty, thank you for the super chat. What's a BJJ practitioner got to do to get a roll in with Jesse? Oh, that's easy, dude. That's easy. If you're cool with it, drop the name of your academy. I'll make the road trip on brown belt under Eddie Camden. I'm at Six Blades headquarters in Austin. So, yeah, I train under Shunji Hibero and Victor Hugo and those guys. And I am there. I was there today. Yeah, dude. I mean, honestly, anybody who comes to Six Blades headquarters and says that they want to try the academy for a week will be able to. And if if you're feeling very honest, I think a day pass $20 or whatever. But yeah, man, come on out. But just to be clear, I am not the guy that's hey, anybody who wants a piece of my jujitsu, come on out. There's a million people that can beat me in jujitsu. So there's no flex if people come to my academy and then strangle me. It's cool. Good for you. If you're a dick about it, I promise you there are guys there that will fucking choke you it's good. My team's, they're the best guys in the world, but I am definitely not that. So there's no flexes if you beat me. Oh yeah. I want to talk about Dan Bongino also. Dan Bongino, he went ham on Dave Smith. I saw it. I don't know why yet. But we're going to check that out. Okay. Julie Fancelli, public heiress, a major conservative donor. Fancelli provided funding to both Alex Jones and TPUSA founder Charlie Kirk. Okay. Danks is watching this. I would bet my life on it. And so he will know. He'll text me right now to tell me that he is, because I bet he is. Julie Fancelli, major conservative, and Fancelli. Yeah, but providing funding to both Alex Jones and TPUSA is not, that's not, I don't know. I mean, like, there's these donors, these like Republican donors, or actually Democrat donors, whatever donors, they give money to everybody. I don't know if there's more like there than that. Shoot me an email for sure. And Camp Mo gifted 5 Jesse on Fire memberships. You are amazing. Congratulations to anybody who got one. Now you could go, Scotty Ellison, welcome, good sir. Now you guys can go check out my most recent members only, which is just the version of the Jeffrey Epstein still alive photo without having to like block out the actual picture, which is pretty uneventful for members only, but like I had to block it out. So, okay, now let's go. Oh yeah, the Erika Kirk thing. Let's take a look at this. Okay, so it says, holy shit, it keeps getting worse. A buried CIA video just surfaced and Erika Kirk is in it. A 10-year-old documentary about EMP attacks and U.S. power grid vulnerability has quietly surfaced and buried inside it is Erika Kirk. She's not observing. She's not a host. She's in a role most civilians never get near, briefing national security professionals alongside a former CIA national security and energy specialist on how EMP or coordinated physical attack could collapse the U.S. power grid. This is accurate for the record about the video, but just hold your opinion. Like this is her in this video and it is real, but look, and we'll talk about it in a second. This isn't casual footage. It's technical. It's inside baseball, and it's the exact kind of material most people never get near, let alone present. Also true, which raises some more very uncomfortable questions. Why was she in that role? What qualified her to brief on national security threats? Who brought her into that room? And why is none of it explained? Back then, this clip passed quietly. Today, with everything surrounding her, it hits very differently. At what point do coincidences stop being coincidences? Okay, so I will hold my opinion on that until we watch it together. But just for the record, everything he said is accurate. And Scotty Ellison just gifted 10 memberships. Dude, it's like a bonanza here today. Thank you, dude. And again, I just want everybody to know, I literally do not have the ability to gift memberships. They don't have that is not, you can't do it for your channel. You can gift them like as like just a regular, I'd like if I went into like one of my other accounts, I could do, but like they don't allow channel creators to just like gift them out. You like can't do it. It's not possible. M. Diaz, thank you for the super chat. Thank you guys for the support for my best friend on his last live. His surgery went well and his first chemo will be in 2 weeks. If anyone can help, I'll put the link in the chat. Won't spam. Thanks. Okay, awesome. And that's clever move there. Hopefully that is real, because if it is, we certainly want to support. And if it's not, I feel used. Anyway, okay, so let's watch this thing.
We have 5 major threats that make our grid extremely vulnerable that we've presented to congressional officials. 1 being cyber, 2 being hackers, 3 being physical threats, 4th one is solar EMP, and the 5th one is man-made EMP. So the concern that we have is that we put out this critical information, and when we go over this risk analysis, they hear what we're saying, but they don't want to take action.
Well, there are 18 critical infrastructures in the United States. Food.
This is the former director of the CIA, James Woolsey. I know, like I've heard of this guy in relation to, like research I've done about the history of the UFO programs in the United States. This guy's 100% legit. He's he was the director of the CIA. You actually, if you follow like UFO stuff, you've probably heard Dr. Stephen Greer talk about this guy a lot, because he's talked about him a lot. Typical CIA trad wife. Yeah, dude. Thank you for the super chat.
Water, transportation, communications, etc. All 17 of the others depend on electricity.
If our grid goes down, you can't cook. You're not going to heat anything. You can't run any of your medical supplies. You can't talk on your phone. You can't take money out of a bank. And we turn into total chaos.
If this happens, the system stops.
If a transformer is taken down, we have to order it from Germany or China. It's going to take a year.
up till recently.
Crystally, that is so true. It's like, absolutely. Like from like Lost season 1, they're like, we need to get into the bunker. They get down there. They're like, what do all these buttons mean? And then you press one of them and then this video comes on. They're all, oh man, what does it mean? 10 years later, you find out that the fucking writers of the show have absolutely no idea what it means. They're just like, I don't know. Seems mysterious though. Seems very mysterious. Mystery box.
There were no comprehensive protective solutions available.
We know what the solutions are. They're not expensive. They're not difficult to employ. We just need the political will to do it and the follow through on the part of the electric utilities to get it done.
The White House is protected from an EMP. The Congress and the CIA and the NSA, all of the areas that need to function in the government are protected. So why can't we be protected?
What the Tiller guy literally just gifted the most memberships of anyone who has ever gifted memberships in the history of this channel. 50 memberships. That's wildly generous. That's $500, dude. That Tiller guy just spent on gifting memberships. You, sir, are the MVP of the night. Even if someone else gifted me $1,000, you are definitely the MVP because you spent it on the audience, and I would rather it all go there. You're a fucking stud, dude. Thank you, and congratulations to the 50 people who just got free memberships. Go and listen, for people who just became members, let me make a suggestion once we're done with this stream. Obviously, the one rule is you can't leave this stream to go explore the members only. That's not allowed. But as soon as we're done, if you go to members only, and what you should do is filter them by oldest. Like, don't start at the newest ones, start at the oldest ones. Because what I did when I first did the membership, part of the channel is I told a bunch of stories that I would never be able to tell publicly, or like I wouldn't be able to do the videos because they're, sometimes the stories are just nuts, but also I would never be able to get people to click on them, even though I know that they're just trust me, go to the oldest ones and you'll love them, dude. Hilarious. Okay, let's continue. Oh, and by the way, the way that the gifted memberships work is it's completely random. Like it is totally randomized. It just goes to whoever it is, There's almost 7,000 people though watching, so it's like you don't have like terrible luck if you didn't get one. 50 out of 7,000. But that was an amazing thing. Thank you so much, dude.
Around some of these facilities, you don't have much more than a chain link fence to keep people out. Now that seems absurd to me.
I think it is absurd when we now know that attack on as few as 9 grid substations could bring down all 3 major interconnections for the United States grid.
If the power goes out, you get the generator, and if that goes out, you get another one. There's never been a plan for what happens after that. You get the generator, and if that goes out, you get another one. There's never been a plan.
EMP Act America. Okay.
For what happens after that.
The director of the National Security Agency, Admiral Rogers, came out and said it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when.
Okay, so that's the video in question. Okay, that's the video in question. And DeFreak, have you ever been recruited by CIA or WWE? I have not. But if I was going to get recruited for one or the other, I think it should probably be both. Just kidding. And now look, Savage Fam gifted 5 memberships. You are a stud too, dude. That's $50 gifted to fellow members of the community. You are amazing, good sir. And by the way, while I have all you guys on, next week we are going to be launching the Jesse on Fire Discord community, the whole shebang. And for 100% sure, there's going to be a group that gets full access for free forever. So stay on the lookout for that. And yeah, we'll get into that as well as soon as we do, but just look out for it. I'm driving faster. Thank you very much. Super sticker. You're the man, dude. Okay. And then we've got well, home Shabbat Shalom. That is definitely our girl. Daddy's home Shabbat Shalom. That is definitely our girl. Okay. So let me, and thank you for the super chat. Let me use this super chat to tell you what I think that this is. Okay. So it's interesting because the interpretation that it means that she is an intelligence asset is like kind of complicated, because what I think that this actually is I think that this is a commercial that is not like, it's not meant for like wide circulation, but it's like an ad that a defense company that sells solutions that defend against EMP attacks would have, that they would distribute to different branches of the military and even potentially like private military contractors. It's an ad, right? And she is, technically like playing the part of a person who is doing one of those briefings. But the reality is that in many cases, like a person who runs in circles like that, where their nepotism would get them apart like that, absolutely have ties to intelligence, because they have access to people who then have access to information. It's like the real intelligence game is about information. Like that's what it's actually about. Everybody thinks like, CIA, and that means like targeting people and then, assassinating them. And then these really complicated this, that, or the other. And they, obviously geopolitics is exactly what they're doing. But the majority of what they're doing is about gathering information or controlling directions that people go through relationships that they have, whether, lots of them covert and some of them not, whatever. But so like the idea that she has like no connection to intelligence is extraordinarily unlikely to me, just with even my like very loose understanding of how all of that works. But I do think that this video itself is not an actual briefing I don't know, but it seems very well produced for that. Like when you look at it, it's like, this just, I doubt that like an actual CIA threat briefing, they're all right, guys, make sure that we light this perfectly. It's really important that we capture this very secret meeting that we're having. You know what I mean? It's like too well lit for it to be that, like, oh, cool. Now it's going to freeze anyway. They're all, Jesus, Jesse's watching it. Now they know it's real. Shut it down. Shut it the fuck down, man. Shut it the fuck down. So whatever. But those are my thoughts on that. But if you look here, it's like, is this a genuine video? Yes, genuine. Been on YouTube since 2015. Is there a point to this? People can do things in their lives. I literally love X. Sometimes it's so fun to go on and just read what people's thoughts on things are, because some people are so dumb. Now, there is an absolute avalanche of people who are pretending to think things when they are actually members of like troll farms. So a spoiler alert from tomorrow's video that me reacting to Dank's video about the TPUSA financials is he gets into Jake Hoffman. And honestly, being totally frank about the James Hoffman thing, having learned what I learned from Dank's video, Jake Hoffman looks less corrupt to me than he did prior, because what Dank did is he identified what Jake Hoffman was actually doing, like in terms of you have all this, you got all this money, Wolves in Finance, like you got $1 million getting paid to this company that just is like nothing but a UPS store, and given the fact that he's a state senator, that on its face looks like corruption. The thing is, now we know what he was doing, like what that company actually did and why they were keeping it secret. And while it is, I don't want to step on the video too much, but the bottom line is like, I don't think what he's doing is illegal, and he was providing a service. And why I thought of that right now is because it's possible some of that had to do with absolute bullshit people on social media saying all kinds of stuff that they don't actually believe and they are getting paid to say. And that's happening all the time on both sides. That's why it's like impossible to know what you're even looking at, like, so this creator says blah, blah, blah. And you're like, there's no way that that's going on. And then you go on extra, dude, look at this army of people who think that that's correct. You can't wrap your brain around. Then you have to like, remember that if there's a reason why a powerful entity with money would want people to think that there is, social consensus on the thing that they're saying, then there you go. So it just makes it impossible to know what you're looking at. You don't know if it's, you don't know if it's manufacturing manufacturing consent or if it's real. It's, but nah. Now Camp Mo just dropped another $5 billion. This is the best live stream ever, dude. Another 50 free memberships. Camp.mo, you are amazing, dude. Amazing. Thank you very much. And everybody who just got one, congratulations. Waffle bacon EMPs were used getting Maduro. Oh, is that right? Honestly, I'm kind of embarrassed by how little I knew about that initially, and then also how little I knew about the when I was talking with Danielle about the Minnesota shooting last night, and I mean, I didn't know shit, because like I was saying last night, a lot of times with these things, if I can just kind of look and go, oh, this is just another one of those things, like this is the the firestorm of the week, and everybody's like, it's murder, and they're like, it's justified, and I know that no one actually gives a fuck in reality either direction. It's like, I just like to look and read what people say and kind of entertain myself. And so sometimes my analysis of the actual event is not very good. This and last night, that absolutely was true. Now I've seen the videos and I've seen the additional context, which we'll look at shortly. And I feel like my opinion is pretty on solid ground, at least. Will 81, what's up, dude? Gifted 5 memberships, also a stud. Is that Will 81? Will, you ride motorcycles, dog? You right? Listen, I see 81. I think motorcycles. Thank you, dude. You're a stud. Tiller guy, $20 super chat. Thank you so much, dude. Just a Tyler from Australia that respects truth, and you speak it, and you are like my coworker at work, so that you thumbs up. Listen, that guy must be ridiculously good looking and super funny. I'm just kidding. But I bet I would like him. Thank you for the super chat. I've always said that, like, I'm so envious of people who have identical twins, but at the same time, some of them have like different personalities. I want an exact clone of myself. Like, I would be so, if there was a way to purchase an identical clone of myself, I would pay a lot for that. I would be my own best friend. I feel like it'd be the only person that really understands me. And I know we have the same sense of humor. I wonder if we would land on all the same jokes, though, in advance. Purple Pill, thank you very much. You're one of my top 3 YouTubers. Don't ever sell out. Tim Pool coming at you. That means you're hitting the big league. Let's go. Yeah, I mean, thank you very much. And I really appreciate you saying that. I see that in my comments a lot lately, and I am extraordinarily flattered every single time anybody says that about me being their favorite. I think it makes me a better YouTuber, to be totally it makes me a better creator to know that people see my channel that way. Cause I'm like, fuck, man, I should really just lean into, cause a lot of times when I was first starting, or even, I don't even know how long ago, but like there would be real like weirdo shit what I thought was super weird shit in my brain, like jokes. And I would say them, and then I'd be like, I'd watch it back and be like, oh my God, I can't believe I put that up. And those would always get the best responses. And I've just over time, like, realized like I should just go all in on things I think are funny, and you guys confirming that makes me do it more. Thank you, dude. Karen Peterson, thank you very much for the super sticker. Rogue Descendant, excellent choice. In with all the new members. Miss Rebecca G. Miss Rebecca G. Thank you for whoever gifted. I'm on here 3 times daily. Been watching you like over a year. Awesome. These are my people. Thank you so much. I was looking at my, I was talking to, Danielle, who was on the live stream last night. Her and I were talking today, and we were talking about analytics. And I was like, what's your gender demo look like? And because I remember when I first met her, I don't know how long ago that was, but her gender demo was like 95% dudes. And it's like, it's actually shifted a lot for her. I can't remember exactly what she said, 70-30, something like that. And for me, when I was just doing combat sports, it was literally 97% dudes. There was a time it was 98 actually. And I had 6-figure subscribers, and I was like 97.5% dudes. And now it's like 53 or 54, 46 or something like that. It's like really close, girls and guys, which is for some reason very flattering, because I don't know. I'm always, when girls like my stuff, I'm like, wow, that's exciting. Because I think of my sense of humor, like I think of dudes as just easier to please, Like I know there's dumbass jokes that my guy friends will laugh at, and I'm like, but if you get a room full of girls laughing, it's like, yes, yes. These bitches think I'm funny. I knew it. Cora Rue, thank you for the super chat. Charlie didn't marry a trad wife. Erika invented someone Charlie would marry. She has shed that skin now. Say hello to the real Erika Kirk. It's honestly, I can't tell what I'm looking at. I really can't. And I was thinking about this morning because, okay, what's the right way to put it? For some reason, okay, I talk about this. I actually filmed this, and this is in the video that I have dropping tomorrow. And I showed in that video the analytics that demonstrate someone or like some entity for sure is absolutely pushing the shit out of any kind of content that is either about Erika or about TPUSA. I can't explain it. Like if I go do a video about Charlie Kirk, about whatever, it'll do whatever numbers. If I do it about this, it'll do whatever numbers. If I say it's about Erika Kirk or about TPUSA, it goes absolutely bananas. Like the numbers are wild. And as an example, like the thing that's supposed to drive how much reach you get is your click-through rate and your watch time for that video. And like my video that I did on the Epstein one this week, the analytics are crazy good, right? Like it was, my click-through rate was 16% after a day and like 5 hours. That's crazy high. And the watch time was 14 minutes, which is one of the, I mean, that's like really high. 14, like the average amount of time someone watches the video is 14 minutes. That video should have been going absolutely bananas. And check this out. That's my negative 52 subscribers. And what that tells you is that they are not showing that video to a single person who is not actively subscribed to my channel. Like literally no one. If you are not subscribed, you will not see that video unless you go to my channel, look in videos and find it. And that's interesting because it's like, oh, Jeffrey Epstein, like photo of like alive. And they're like, nah, no one gets to see that. And then you go to like other stuff, like, you know, Erika Kirk stuff. And it's like, you know, they have the one that I did. Let me see. This one had almost identical, the pizza party one. So check it out. This is the pizza party one. Okay. The exact same, it's actually 14% click-through rate and 11-minute watch time. So lower click-through rate, lower watch time. And that one, I've gained 1,600 subscribers. And I actually have, then they're hiding the audience. Well, I don't know about hiding, but I definitely cannot see the audience metrics on the Epstein one. And on this one, it shows me that 56% of the people they showed it to are not subscribed. So that it's like the two opposite ends of the universe. So like the Erika Kirk stuff, they're like, yes, get it out there, show it to everyone. And the Epstein stuff, they're like, show it to no one, not one single person. Even if people watch my show every day, they won't suggest that one. Just super fucking weird, dude. I don't know who's doing it or why, but that is definitely happening. Curious Amara, what's up, girl? Thank you for the super chat. When they say it's a matter of if it's a matter of when, sounds like predictive programming to me. I haven't caught any of your lives in a few weeks. You're killing it, my friend. Thank you so much. Yeah, no, actually what it sounds like is because that video is meant to be viewed internally by people who are part of the buying process in the defense industry. Like that's what that is. I mean, like I act like I'm like, I think that's what that is. I'm positive that's what that is. So like, it's not if, it's when, is meant to create fear that if they're unprepared by buying, you know, by purchasing the thing that they're selling them, which is obviously some kind of, you know, product that's going to defend against or respond to EMP attacks. That's for sure what that is in that case, for sure. Jen Fisher, thank you very much. That is a very generous super chat. Thank you so much. Hey, Jesse, my husband and I are longtime fans of your channel. Watching your channel grow into an epic success has made us smile. Happy for you and yours. Keep up the great fight and never stop. You deserve all you've worked so incredibly hard for. Thank you so much. That is very, very nice. And I appreciate it very much. Thank you. Now people are like, hey, how do we get to roll? I just thought of it as if, you know, hey, how do we get to roll with Jesse on Fire? Well, wouldn't you rather be friends because if you want to be friends, I could tell you where we are going to be next week. Gabrielle might kill me, but we're going to Mexico at a resort from the 17th to the 24th. And I could just say what resort it is, because then if people want to come hang out, they can, and we could be best friends. But I feel like Gabrielle would get mad, but I don't think she would know. We're going to the Garza Blanco in Cabo. So if anybody wants to go and hang out with us, we'll be best friends by the end of the week. It's fucking expensive, but especially last minute. But that's where we'll be. So can't take it back now. I told all you guys. Miss Rebecca G, thank you very much. Correction, over 2 years before. The Dylan Dennis and Logan stuff. That was fun, dude. That was really fun. Tiller guy, thank you for this. My sense of humor is exactly the same. Listen, then we would be best friends. Bottom line, we would be best friends. That's basically how. Well, there's other stuff, but like the people who are like my really best friends are like that, you know, where they laugh at my jokes and I laugh at theirs, you know. I'm driving faster. Thank you for the super chat. Hey, Jesse, real quick. Are you actively competing, and what belt are you fighting at right now? I'm purple belt. And right before you step in the ring, what's the thing you focus on most? Thanks. I am probably going to compete in the Austin Open. I probably will. Right before I compete, I don't think about anything. I just try to be like, I just treat it like it's, any other round. And I just try to remember to stay relaxed as much as I can, because the more I used to, like when I was a white belt and competed, like I would listen to music and just be like, fucking let's do this. Like a Nimrod, dude. It was fun though. I love getting fired up for stuff, but it's very bad it's not only bad, it's also completely unnecessary and dumb for jiu-jitsu to get all amped up, because the whole point of jiu-jitsu is like to be able to put yourself in positions where you don't need to use any effort. You retain energy, and your technique is good enough that you can just chill. Shunji, and if you guys don't know who that is, he's like, if you go on Chat GPT and just randomly ask and be like, who are the top 10 best jiu-jitsu fighters of all time, he'll be on there. And that's my sensei. He's one time he told me that he attributes a lot of his technique to the fact, he's like, I've just always thought of myself as lazy. And I was like, that's an interesting thing. I mean, he's definitely not that, but when he said that to me, I was like, I don't know, that was maybe 2 years ago. And I remember thinking about that and being like, damn, that makes a lot of sense. And I've gotten, well, I mean, obviously I've also trained constantly for 2 more years, but I do think that actually made a huge difference, because now when I spar or do anything, and when I drill, I try to use absolutely no energy at all. Like no speed, no strength, nothing. Because he's right. If your technique is sound, you don't need to do anything. Like Gabrielle actually got some good footage of me rolling the other day. I'll show it to you guys actually later. I'll email it to myself. Thank you for the super chat. Rogue Distant, what's up? I just started my channel and I've clipped some of your stuff. You can clip as much as you want. I hope that's okay. I always say how I relate to your personality so much. That is awesome. Thank you. Yeah. Anybody who wants to clip my stuff, as long as you keep it under like, I don't know, if your clips are 5 minutes or whatever, I mean, yeah, it's fine. I want my stuff distributed as widely as possible. I don't understand anyone who claims their content. Now, if someone like takes an entire video of mine and then they put it on YouTube and just like act, and for some reason it's getting, honestly, that wouldn't even really matter that much. I mean, like, I'm not giving anyone permission to do that. Just like blanket, just take my content and post it in its entirety on another channel. But it's not like that would really make that big of a difference either. But yeah, if people are reacting to my stuff, that's awesome. I encourage it. If people are taking and doing like shorts, I encourage it. It's fucked up, dude, on TikTok, because I've said this publicly a bunch of times, and there are people who use my content and then they go and build like TikTok channels. And a dude got his account like axed from TikTok. Like he had like built a significant following, and then and it was making money, and they axed him for copyright. I would never claim anyone's shit. He hit me up. He's like, I can't believe you did this. I was like, I would fucking never do that, dude. I want you guys to do this. I tried to hire a dude one guy who kept on building these accounts on TikTok where he would get up to like 40,000 subscribers, and then like, because I guess TikTok is ruthless about that. If people are using others' I don't know how they would even know, because it's not like maybe it's that people, like, if they never use the TikTok system to record, I don't know, whatever. But yeah, no, you would definitely have permission to clip my stuff. Just don't steal like the whole video. Purple, thank you. You're actually super funny. Keep it up. I will try, dude. I will try. Thank you very much. Be it all. Thank you very much. You are literally the male version of me. Awesome. Love how you love your wife. Every man take note. I do love my wife very much. And if that's your real picture, you are probably a little bit better looking than me. But aside from that, that is probably a very accurate assessment. And you're in Canada. Dude, I don't know what the fuck Canada would do with me, man. I feel like Canada would be not, I don't know, man. I don't know how hardcore Canada is still going. They were, I don't know, man. That was during the pandemic. It felt, I was like, I don't understand what's happening. How is Canada the country where all of the truckers that deliver all the food have to literally revolt to get them to chill the fuck out with their tyranny? Bobby, thank you very much for the super chat. I appreciate you. Echo, thank you. No trad wife, Christian woman would ever wear black leather pants in public. Hey, wait until you see what's on this video tomorrow. I literally have not even alluded to something that's going to be on this video tomorrow that is like, yeah. Speaking of no trad Christian wife would do this. I got it from another account on YouTube. But I give her props in the video, so it's not like I didn't like steal it. It's like this is where I got it, but it's very much that. Lisa, thank you for the super chat. You should check out the artist, Ramel Z. I will absolutely do that, especially because you paid $20. You're all, here's $20. You should check out the artist, fill in the blank. I'm in, dude. Let's see. Hang on, Ramel. This better not be something weird. I'm not going to show my screen just in case you sent me like some like weird Pizzagate shit. Visual artist, gothic, futuristic graffiti writer. Oh man. Okay, it's definitely not anything weird. Damn. All right, let's show it to everybody. So like radical theories of gothic futurism. That's cool. I will check that. I'll give him a follow. Okay, let's do next. Okay, have you seen the Trigger Smart breakdown by far the best camera? Oh, are you talking about the frangible rounds one? Because I assume that's what you're talking about. And yes, I watched that on the way out to Dan's ranch. Thank you for the super chat. Kendall Alex. Oh, welcome to the membership. And Mystic Meadow. Thank you to the V7Y. Does that mean you and your husband or your dude have been married for 7 years? Because that'd be cool. V7Y. For the record, Your Honor, showed my hubby your channel. We love you and Gabby. That's awesome. Thank you for the super chat. It's like, this is what I'm saying about if, like, anybody who's ever finds himself in my position, if it is ever lost on you that people are paying you to compliment you, and you're like, and you don't feel, if you feel anything other than just overwhelming gratitude, you fucking lost the plot, dude. Because that's all I feel all the time. Danks. Speaking of Danks, dude. Danks in what's your fucking name on here, dude? Danks, Dankster. Oh, Dankster Intel. Dankster Intel. I'm an idiot. That should have been much more obvious. Just tag the creators' links in the description if you're using their content. It spreads both you and us. We love. Oh, look. Hey, look at Danks being like, hey guys, I'm talking about this for Jesse. I'm definitely not saying it to Jesse. Like, hey, you fucking idiot. Why don't you tag me? Okay. Why don't you tag me, dude? You think I don't know what you're doing, Danks? I know exactly what you're doing. And I will go tag you because I would have forgot tomorrow. Hang on. Let me go do that. You know what I did for Danks, you guys? I bought him a year at Six Blades because I had so much faith in him as a person who's going to be able to remember complex sequences. And guess what, dude? I asked him yesterday, like after he trained yesterday, I'm like, tell me about tell me about what you guys were working on. It's his second fucking day of jujitsu. And he's like, oh, we were working on this thing where, where from the top, it's like a baseball slide pass. I'm like, knee cut. And then he's like, and on the bottom, it's like, you're trying to, get your knee inside and like use your shield and then block the elbow and the shoulder from, I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah. That's high knee shield, half guard. That's basically that is my specialty right there. But like he rattled off all of the correct steps. I could have never fucking done that my second day, dude. It took me years before I could remember these sequences, dude. But I'm also retarded. So there's that. I don't understand pizza. What does that mean? Oh man. Are you trying to set me up? Okay. Here is the answer to that question. Okay. So, God, how deep am I going to go? So there's a presidential candidate, the first female one that was expected to win in 2016. And her chief of staff, who is John Podesta, got hacked by a phishing group who, they had some clever phishing way that he got and they got into all of his emails. So they basically had the entirety of the Clinton campaign emails, all in a repository, and they gave them to WikiLeaks. WikiLeaks puts them all out. And so obviously, I mean, we're talking like tens of thousands. I don't even know, like an absolutely unfathomable amount of emails. And, so as people are going through them, they're reading, it takes people forever to read them. And as they're looking through them, they find these very bizarre, consistent phrases that are being used, which don't make any sense. Like, and there's very like consistent references to pizza and then some other thing, hot dogs and all this other stuff that where you're like, what? It's like, and the way that those words were used in sentences was just very suspicious, where you're like, that's not how anyone has ever talked about pizza ever, Oh, I was wondering, can if you want to go get pizza for an hour, or like, I don't know. I mean, there's a million of them, but it was just very, very suspicious. So, man, I know so much about this and I also have to like double check. I'm like, man, I don't want to go too hard. The only time I did actually get a strike for talking about this years ago, and I think it was because of, I don't know, actually. I don't know. I don't know why I got it then, because I thought I was pretty fair. Like, and I was, kind of giving it both sides. Either way, there was an you know what? Here, that's exactly how I'll show you. FBI bulletin. Oh, you know what? Actually, in the FBI bulletin, it never mentions it. But bottom line is the word is that those words in some circles, not necessarily the ones we were referencing, but in some circles, those are code words for like predators who are buying kids. And when I say like, we've heard like that is what it is. Like that, like in some circles, that is exactly what it is. It's the way that they differentiate, they're like, they're selling kids and then, cheese means this, and these other ones mean this. And there's like this whole language. It's crazy. I would suggest that you actually don't look further into it if you like your, the world where you don't think about the most horrific stuff ever. But Camp Mo, thank you for the super chat. Jesse, I'm an NFL brat. I have the best joke in the world. 30 years later, people cry laughing. Heard it from Mike Ditka. Well, let's fucking get it, dude. Let's get it. Watch Trigger Smart with Algist and Jordan as a doctor. It's the only explanation that accounts for lack of blood. Oh, talking about him being alive. Yeah. Look at this. Look at Valhalla, this baller ass motherfucker. Thank you, dude. Straight bricked, cranking my hog this time. Thank you very much, good sir. Valhalla's walking the streets of Seattle terrified for his life because people are so worked up over the shooting in both directions. Valhalla, thank you very much, dude. You're a badass. I'm going to pay you this back, dude, on your next stream. But yeah, like, so on this, right, where like their theory is that Charlie's still alive. It's so like, it would solve so many problems, specific to the TPUSA side, that it's like impossible for me to just outright dismiss it, even though I realize it sounds very flat earth. here's what I was thinking about, because I thought, you know, like throughout Candace's whole kind of arc that she went through, one of the things that I was like, whoa, was when she showed that text message that Charlie had sent her in 2018, like that conversation where he was like, I've always not like, I'm not going to make it to the end of this thing. Like, I'm going to die really young and you're going to need to take the mantle for me. And he said it over, you know, he said, I dream about it all the time. And the way that he spoke about it was with such certainty. You know, he's like, I just know that it's true. It's sad. I don't want to really, you know, but like this. And then now we find out he was going to like therapists and talking to people about it and he dreamt about it all the time, that he was going to die young. And so I thought, you know, she talked about that again this week, and I was thinking about that, and I could just, I mean, it's documented, like it's true. He dreamt about dying young for a very long time. So when I thought about that, and I think about the fact that he had a couple young kids, because at the end of the day, I was always like, okay, but if he faked his death, like why? What, you know, like what reason would he have to do it? Like why? You know, like, oh, he's just going to fake his death because, you know, like for there to be an extremely complicated conspiracy of any kind, you have to be able to back into the why before it's even worth it to even talk about it. Right. So if a person's going to fake their death, you have a couple different options. Like Kenneth Lay, in my opinion, almost certainly faked his death, and he faked his death because he was the CEO of Enron. Right. And he was going to go to prison for life. He was best friends with Dick Cheney. He was a 30, 40 year donor to the Bush family, the two most powerful people in the world at the time, especially Dick Cheney. And then right before he's about to get shipped off to prison, boom, he dies. No one ever sees his body, whatever. And I'm like, yeah, right. Like that one makes perfect sense. Like Kenneth Lay, you know, like he doesn't want to go to prison. So like they figure it out. He goes wherever people who fake their death go, who have that level of power. But for Charlie I always just like, I just couldn't think of any scenario that would make any sense. But after listening, you know, to hear Candace continue to talk about it, how consistent this was for years, that he was just absolutely convinced he was going to die, and that he was dying for a purpose, that he was going to die, and that was going to lead to this whatever that she talked about. And that's when I really realized, I was like, so he has young kids? Because honestly, this is the thing. Before you have kids, of course, like dying's scary, you know, to an extent, because, you know, the unknown. But I don't know about any of you, but immediately, like I mean, everybody thinks about dying, you know, sometimes in like, especially when you're like not, you know, I don't know what age it is, but like when you're my age, for sure, I think about dying a lot. And every single time when I think about it, the fear doesn't come from anything related to me. Every single time I immediately just go to what would happen to my family. Like if I'm gone, okay, Gabrielle's going to take over by herself. And I think about my 3 daughters, you know, what their life will be if I died when they were really, really young. And that is like, it makes me literally like physically ill thinking about it. Like thinking about any of them going through their life with like that, like just axe wound in their emotional state, and them talking to other people about the fact that they lost their dad. It's like, it's a lot, dude. It's a fucking lot. And I don't have any reason that I think I'm going to die young, you know, but so I can put myself in a position where if Charlie really fucking believed that, and not only that he believed he was going to die for a purpose, if he felt like he didn't have any control over it, I mean, maybe he goes, well, maybe he can make himself die and he doesn't actually have to die. It's the only thing I could think of. And that makes sense to me. Like if he really believed it, you know, he genuinely believed it, and he comes up with some way that him getting killed is going to have some benefit for all the people who would have to be co-conspirators. I mean, it's out there. I'm not saying that that's like something that actually happened, but it would at least make me understand partially why he would do it. But anyway, I'll watch that for sure. Ozzy, thank you for the super chat. You ever deep dived into the origin of the Schmeffery government PDF? No. Yes, of course. John David Norman and the Delta Project, how they hired serial killers to make some. I don't know about David Norman and the Delta Project, but I'll look into it. I mean, basically everything, if it's not If it's not in a documentary, then I probably have not looked at it. But if it is in a documentary, I've seen it. Like they're on the, like, it's literally like that. If it's not in a documentary, I probably don't know it. But if it's in any documentary, I've fucking seen it. I have seen every single documentary like ever made on this subject. Like Mouthy Buddha just personally probably made 40 on Dauntless Dialogue. Like Dauntless Dialogue has so many that, like, if you got caught up on all the stuff on Dauntless Dialogue and you know most stuff. I don't know about this. It's possible though. I might know about it. I'm just not placing the name. Thank you for the super chat. And Truth, welcome to the membership. Squirrely too, or Lisa also welcome to the membership. Squirrely says, yo, I remember that you alluded to destroying that slop tuber who was making hit pieces on you, Samurai or Ronin or some shit. Anything coming? No, I was saying like I like wouldn't do it because it's going to be a net positive for them. You know, that's my point, was that like when people go at me and if I know I'm not going to respond, I won't watch, you know, I just won't watch because I know I'm going to want to respond and it'll piss me off. So like, I know, you know, it's like, I know myself well enough that if I know strategically the incorrect move would be to respond, then I just won't watch because I know what's going to happen is I'm just going to be super pissed and I'm going to think about it all the time and I'm going to want to respond and I'll think of a billion fucking jokes or a million ways that I could just absolutely fucking eviscerate them, dude. Just eviscerate them. And then it will be hard for me to, you know, not do it. But yeah, in that one guy's case, oh my God, dude. Oh my God. It would have been fucking glorious, dude. It's like hang on, guy. You made, I don't know, 3 that I know of for sure video at the minimum 90-minute videos about me. Like, it's like, you're going to get it all, you know, like if I decide to go, all right, dude, you know, you want a fucking title shot, I'll give it to you. Like, you're going to get it all. So there's not going to be any, like, I'm not going to go soft. I'll go all the way, which in no way means that you're going to get a mad version of me. I just mean I'll make the effort and I will have absolutely no qualms of just digging into your life and fucking with you about the most merciless shit ever. And I will laugh my fucking ass off knowing that it's going to cut you into pieces internally and also paint you into a corner to where you can't really respond. And the dude who did those fucking documentaries literally originally was a fucking clipper for another bigger creator. And he had transformed from the original version of himself into an absolute identical fucking stan of the dude whose clips he was taking. I could have fucked him 150 different ways with just that joke alone. Like just that one joke, you fucking stalker ass creep. It's like, I can't, I mean, it's hard to even, it is very upsetting actually, how hilarious those fucking videos. I could have made a 6-hour video and I could have taken just that joke and had people fucking dying laughing the entire time. But I didn't do it because it would have given him too much exposure, you know, even though it would have been really fun. Patient Space, thank you for the super chat. As an artist, I painted the current scenario with Erika years ago and only have one video of it posted here on YouTube. So painted current scenario with Erika years ago and only have the one video of it posted. Are you saying like painted it? I'm not 100% sure what that means, but if you want me to look at something specific, let me know. Cy Young, thank you for the super chat. I loved your channel and I appreciate the stuff that you put out. You're awesome. Playing with matches is amazing too. Dude, playing with matches is such fire, dude. Like I watch our stuff and it's hilarious. It's just like someone who I can like bounce shit off of and I'm like completely relaxed. Like with Gabrielle, like the content's so good. If you guys don't watch Play with Matches, you absolutely should. If you like my channel and have never watched Play with Matches, like I promise you're going to be real stoked as soon as you go over there. You'll watch the first video and you'll be like, oh my God, why did I never do this before? It's like I think the content's better personally because I just try to make Gabrielle laugh the whole time. Kaziev, thank you for, welcome to the membership. Emily Turner, welcome to the membership. And to everybody, I'll just repeat, if you're a new member, go to the oldest members only videos. You will fucking love them. Savage Fam, thank you very much for the super chat. Jesse, we love you, bro. Keep up the hard work. Wait, Keep up the hard work. Dude, you know what's crazy? I see, keep up the hard work. I see it ing off. I already know that means your phone is doing what my phone does. When I try to super chat for some reason, it does exactly what just happened to you right there. It's like, I know I didn't type that, and it just kind of like does whatever just happened right there. So I know you're not dyslexic. That happens to me too. Every time I try to do a super chat. I own an ammo manufacturing company in Southeast Florida. DM me and I'll send you Heavy Duty Country Valhalla some free ammo for shout out. Oh, for sure, dude. We'll do that. Keep killing it. Shoot me an email and then we can make that happen for sure. Rabbit, thank you for the super chat. I heard the clatter in the acoustic profile of the gunshot at UVU, typical 2-stage crack of a small automatic carbine. I heard the clatter in the acoustic profile of the gunshot at UVU, typical 2-staged crack of a small automatic carbine. Interesting, dude. Were you there though? Because I don't understand how. Yeah. Like if the shape charge on his chest narrative, that makes sense. Because I mean, all you have to do is just fire a round off over there at the same time. That's that, and you have simple hand signals to make sure that you coordinate those correctly. But yeah, I mean, because the only reason I even go straight to that is because, like what Tim said, he's like, so what's your theory? Okay, it's not a 30-06. What does that mean? It's like, I don't fucking know, man. I honestly don't. I have no answers to that. I don't know what it means, except that if there's one lie, that's the one thing I always come at. Is if there's one lie in a thing, then there's always going to be a lot more lies. And you also got to be like, why? How do you make Erika believe it is his body? How do you make Erika believe it is his body? Oh, she's in on it. Of course. If Charlie juked it, for sure, she's in on it. That's the whole point. That's what that was my point of like why I would explain so much stuff at TPUSA in terms, it's like she would know for sure, in my opinion, probably that dude that's up on the wall who, he's up on the wall, films his body like that. Like it's almost like they wanted to make sure they got that shot. Just because his reaction is so bizarre. Being like acting in that situation, like there's a reason why there's like a handful of like the most elite actors that do all the big budget movies. It's not because it's fucking easy to come off super genuine. If you're a regular person, you're trying to pretend that you just saw someone that you've worked with for 10 years get his fucking head blown off. Like that's not easy to do, but yeah. Tiller guy, what's up, man? Jesse, can we get you and Valhalla on the Matt video? That would be a legendary video. Also, have you seen the video of the bullet hole in the tent at Charlie's tent? I can't find it. Seen the video of the bullet hole in the tent at Charlie? I can't. No, I don't know. I don't even know what you're referencing. And no fucking videos of me and Valhalla on the mat, because I'll either lose or I'll win, and then I wish I lost because Valhalla is so fucking big, and then I'll just be walking around the rest of the day like, fuck, dude, he's gonna fucking choke me from behind for sure. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, dude, for sure. I don't know what I know. Like, I think Valhalla is mostly his like Muay Thai. Like he's a trained hand to hand. I don't know. I'm not sure what his jiu-jitsu is. I know he's done it. For sure. And that's a big fucking boy right there, dude. Because if you have not seen, like, I've seen a picture of him and Heavy Duty together, and they're like the same size, and fucking Heavy Duty gun, he's huge, dude. That's a fucking big ass dude. Dan's big. That they're like the nightmare fuel, like 3 months of jiu-jitsu and at the fucking academy, and you've got like a mid-level blue belt that's like 190 pounds, and they're like, fuck, it's like, hey, dude, you're a blue belt. You should be able to beat him, right? Hey, you should be able to beat him. Go get him. And they're like, all right, like, and they're like, I might win, but it's going to take 100% of my energy, and I'm probably going to get hurt also. And they'll just fight for their lives because it's like big ass dudes that fucking know how to fight. They're just new to jiu-jitsu. Those are fucking tough rounds, man. In general. Schuster, what's up, dude? I bought everything from Thrive to Yokratom to Benieve to Prize Sticks and all. What about Sheath, dude? What about Sheath, son? I know you got Sheath because that's why I got you that Jordan shoe. Prize Sticks, all the recommended. You've been 100% all along, but Dauntless Dialogue is the best buy yet, my brother. Dude, hey, you want to know why? Because every one of the other ones that you've referenced are paid sponsors. I mean, I'm very selective with what I'll do, but like Yokratom has been a sponsor of mine for almost 5 years. Benieve is Gabrielle's company, but the Prize Picks, the most like longest commitment. Well, that's a very important sponsor of mine. But Dauntless Dialogue, I'm not getting paid nothing. Like I just was telling you because like I'm trying to do everybody a favor, and now they actually reached out to me. I think I'm going to do a stream with those guys next week. Because the guys who run it, they're like, dude, we've had a big influx of people, and I'm like, I fucking love your guys' stuff, man. But like I said, Mouthy Buddha is my favorite content creator of all time ever. And he has a library on there of exclusive content that is exclusive to Dauntless Dialogue. That is like, I mean, and then because I went there for that, and then I started looking at these other creators who are doing a bunch of similar type of topics, and their stuff is amazing. Like the new Balenciaga stuff, Darkness by Design, part 1 and 2. That's not Mouthy Buddha, and that is fucking elite. Just as good as a Mouthy Buddha. Easy. Their stuff is phenomenal, dude. Phenomenal. Cammy Roundtree, thank you for the super chat very much. I love you too. Jimmy Dean, what's up, man? Thank you for the super chat. Immortality is a Faustian bargain. Worst idea is replication of consciousness through tech and into digital form. Yeah, you know what's funny? I want to show you something. You know what, you guys? I'm going to run to the bathroom super fast. I'll be back in like 90 seconds. I'll be right back. Helen Keller's not real. No. I was gonna see if you wanted to come up there. Oh, well, I have a lot of stuff. I'm not quite done, baby. I was. You want to come up? They don't care. What's up, Georgia? You can come on. Just for a second. Whoa. Almost just knocked my entire setup over, dude. How did I even do that? Georgia, you can just come. I mean, you can say hi super quick, but you can't take over, dude. Dude, what did I do to my microphone? There we go. Immortality is a Faustian bargain. Worst. Okay, I'm going to show you guys something related to that, actually, that I pulled up. Someone sent this to me on Instagram today, and I was like, oh my God, dude. It's hold on. It's this guy's account. Fittest. Georgia, you can watch this, and then you can tell me if you think that these immortal American presidents are real. Okay, check this out, you guys. This is wild. Wait, how do I make this disappear? Hang on. There we go. All right, here we go.
If I told you all the presidents, and I mean all of them, were still alive, but I wasn't going to just speculate on it. I was going to prove it. Here's Teddy Roosevelt. Here's Robin Williams. And that's both of their wives. And here's Andrew Jackson and his wife. And, well, what if we paired a younger picture with Miss Jackson with Miss Maxwell? Do you think that they might just fit pretty well down to the lips, the nose, and eye placement? And what if this goes back to
Georgia,
our...
Do you think that was the same person? Just like 100 years or, 150 years apart? Seems legit, dude.
very first president.
Georgia, who's that right there? It is. Good job, dude.
And his wife, Martha. Funny how he looks a little more feminine than her. And a subscriber, Samantha, pointed out the resemblance of Glenn Close and George Washington. Funny, Glenn, especially spelled like Glenn Close, Glenn. It's a funny name.
By the way, look at this dude's handle. The fittest flat earther, dude.
Name for a girl. You want to see something even funnier? Here's Glenn Close's husband. And, well, do you recognize him?
That is pretty weird.
How about now? That's Martha Washington. Glenn Close's husband, Martha Washington. And I'm going to stop after this one for a second. Here's the 25th president, William McKinley, and I couldn't help but notice how identical.
Come on, dude. That one is bananas.
That's scary.
That is scary. Do you think that they're satanic vampires? You do? Yeah. Most likely. How else could you explain this?
He looked to Dumb and Dumber star Jeff Daniels.
Like reincarnated? Did you turn on your... Oh, you didn't even turn on your mic, yo. Okay. Go ahead, Georgia. Tell him what you think it is.
I think like they just like came back, you know? Like when they died, they just like came back and like but like looked a little different.
They came back to reincarnated.
Yeah, it just looked a little different.
Just a little bit different.
Yeah.
It's possible, dude. Also possible that they sold their soul to Satan and never died.
That's no.
Do you know who Satan is?
Yeah, I do.
You do?
Actually. Yeah.
How'd you learn that?
I just do.
You just do. Who's been teaching your Sunday school? They telling you stuff I don't know about?
No.
Good. Satan's bad.
Yeah.
Ozzy Medias, thank you for the super chat, good sir. Conspiracy Files made a 3-part series on how John W. Gacy and Candyman Dean Corll were making films for John David Norman, who had connections to the 3-letter agencies and was protected and released over and over. Dude, I know, I do know that I brought her up for the wrong super chat. Thank you for the super chat. I promise I will come back to this, but I also will, I will definitely check that out. Actually, I'll write that down. I don't need to put William H. Gacy in Georgia's brain.
What's that?
William H. Gacy?
Yeah.
He's this guy that worked on Bill Clinton's first campaign.
Mom doesn't like Bill Clinton.
She doesn't?
That's what I heard. Because like someone in my class for Living Museum was Bill Clinton, and she was like, "Bro, no."
Really? You gotta speak up though. So Bill Clinton, like someone in your living was like no, or was like Bill Clinton, and mommy was like, hell no. They were dressed like Bill Clinton. That's pretty aggressive in 2025 or 2026. Oh, really? That makes it even weirder. Why would he be a fan of maybe he doesn't know American maybe he doesn't have the internet. Wise Man Music, do you like shooting? Yes, absolutely. Check out vids on recording gunshot audio literally from the muzzle to the target. Then check out new digital surround and panning like Dolby Atmos. Were there more speakers there? If so, if there was no see, like this is one of those things where I have to just basically trust people who say that they've looked into that stuff, because like I'm not gonna learn all that stuff, dude. That's not my bag, man. I am more of a show me the people and I will tell you who is behaving weird and what their motivation might be. But that's like science. I'm not getting there. Thank you for this chat though. And it's been Tim said you'd be scared to fight him. Is he right? Yes. Terrified. I'm terrified of these, online YouTube pundits, They all are super duper tough. Honestly, the fact that some of these like alpha guys are like trying to set up fights with each other is hilarious. Like Andrew Tate just did that fight, but I'm sure he got paid $1 billion, But like the guys that are all, yeah, hey, I've got a problem with this guy, and so we're gonna set up a fight. It's like it's all downside, dude. Like it is literally all downside. No one is going to think you're tough if you end up successfully beating up some other like streamer nerd. And if you lose, then everyone's going to clown you forever. And even if you win, you're probably going to look pretty sorry doing it because you aren't really like a fighter and people are going to compare you to like a pro. So like it's all bad. There's nothing to win and everything to lose. But I would fight whoever because I am not like those people. Vucdro. Yes. Welcome to the membership, good sir. This one's for Georgia. Maybe Charlie faked his death for all the darkness and the PDF files he exposed full circle from all countries seems to be what we are unraveling. Georgia, what do you think about that? You think that's affirmative?
What?
I'm just kidding. It's possible, man. This one really is for you, Georgia. Thank you for the super chat. God bless your family. That's for you, Georgia. What do you say?
Thank you.
Me and Georgia. Oh, dude. I could show them the new commercial, the Raycon commercial that me and Georgia made. Actually, I'll just show them that one clip, dude. Hang on. It's so funny, dude.
It's so cringe, though.
It is so cringe. That's why it's hilarious.
Oh, yeah, I know it's hilarious, but it's really cringe.
It's cringe on purpose. That's why it's a good ad.
Yeah,
but I
well,
can't
ads that I
find
watch
it.
are not
Oh, there it
cringe.
is. I don't know about all of that, Georgia, but
Ads that I watch are not cringe.
hang on. Oh, there it is. So, you guys, I'm going to show you guys Georgia's newest commercial, and then she is going to go downstairs. Okay, hang on. I'm going to set this up. She worked hard on it. She got paid $50.
But you haven't given me my money yet.
That's because I haven't gotten paid. You get paid when I get paid, dog.
When's you're getting paid?
I don't know, probably like a couple months, something. Got to do the ad. They need to approve the ad. I got to put the ad up. They usually take, I don't know, 30 days. So
That's a long
what's up, Jen? Jen also in this ad.
Oh, you should watch her part. I want to watch her part.
Okay, we're going to do that. And then you guys got to beat the street. I will show you guys that. I'm going to show everybody the draft. There it is. Oh, yeah. Okay, wait, hang on. So how do I do this? Wait, where did it go? Oh, there we go. So I have to go like that and then go like this. Okay, check this out, you guys. All right. Oops. God, why is this doing this to me? There we go. What's the rule about 6-7 in this house as of last night? Kicked out on the first offense. Beat it. Those are definitely not your Raycons. Now that the holidays are over, it's the perfect time to upgrade your gear.
Don't you know audio that actually works?
I know I do, so I need it to work when I'm moving. We've been using the Raycon Essential Open Earbuds, and they're a game changer for workouts. Don't you think, Georgia?
Yeah. They don't lock everything out like traditional earbuds.
That's the worst. That's that line is that you killed that one, dude. Jen, you killed your whole thing.
I got to keep my Raycons. Did you know that?
I can hear it, I can see it, and it makes me a father and a man.
And right now, Raycon is bringing in the new year with a sale.
Now, here's what that's enough. That's all there is with the kids until the end, which is this part. Oh yeah, this part.
No, stop. Oh, there's blinkers.
This message is sponsored by Raycon.
Yeah, it was.
No.
What is this? This message is sponsored by Raycon.
Oh my gosh. That was so good. It was good. Okay, now you guys got to beat the street. Out. Bye, guy. I will be done in, I don't know, a little while. I know, but we don't have to go to jiu-jitsu tomorrow because you guys blackmailed me. Not blackmailed me. You, I mean, because Genevieve's birthday party tomorrow. So, I mean, I'm still going to go, but you guys don't have to. Anywho, okay. So, continuing right along. Charlie was smarter than Erika. I mean, Charlie's smarter than everybody, most people. Certainly smarter than me. Natty, 307 in London, was going to bed. You cracked me up. Yes. Good. I really want to show you guys this thing, but I'm trying. I don't want to like, yeah, I could get anyway. Because dude, what's crazy is when we do the group streams with like Nate and who was it? It was like Nate, Ian, JD. JD and Nate and Ian. That one was so out of hand because there were so many super chats and it was all on mine. You know, like not the money gets distributed to whichever creator they're watching on, but like the facilitation of answering them was all on me. And I was looking, dude, and I was looking at it. I'm like, I look at the date or the time. I'm like, oh my God, we're fucking 90 minutes behind. And I would just look at the number. I'm like, this is impossible. We're never going to catch up. But yeah, I don't know why, but it just dawned on me that you've evolved back to putting out Jesse on Everything style content. Won't be long till you hit one and say, hey, thank you for the super chat and thank you for remembering that. And that's exactly right. It was weird. I never, like when I was doing Jesse on Everything, I had this feeling. I was like, that's going to be where I go big. But I also always had this gut feeling that like that channel wasn't going to work. I couldn't really make sense of it, but now we see how it played out. Beaverhole, what's up? Georgia's a smarty girl. This is not for you, mister. I will give that to, well, I won't, but I might. I mean, I have to give her $50 anyway. Thank you for the super chat. Curious Amara, thank you for the super chat. Can you hook me up with a Savage Fam guy who owns an ammo MFG company? Listen, I know someone who's on here in Southern Florida that sent that super chat. That's my hometown. We may actually know each other, but I would like to get some ammo. Jesse, you got my contact info. Well, look, dude, look at that picture. Listen, love connection at the Jesse on Fire channel. You know, pretty girls that expect to be treated right and a bunch of savage ass guys that, you know, generally like to be prepared for whatever is kind of how I visualize this audience. What's up, baby? Did mommy say it's okay to play? Did mommy say she's down to play? Okay. Well, ask her if she's down. Okay. What's that? What do I keep doing to my wrist? You don't need to keep it PG. My wrist is over December I had staph. Currently, I don't think that I have staph, but I am making 100% sure and putting topical on and then covering it just to make sure, because it's fucking hard to get rid of, dude. Like, anyway, but yeah, that is what it's for, is like not letting it get on anything and then also treating it. That is the curse of grapplers, dude, is sometimes you get staph infections. King of Pain, thank you for the super chat. Jesse, please have David Icke on your show for an interview. Will enlighten a lot of people. CK is alive. I've already had someone on that was doing that, the sound analysis. Oh my God, what's his name? Oh my God, I'm embarrassed. My brain hurts. Okay, saying her name is tripping me out. Never met another Georgia. Well, yeah, that's cool. Her name is spelled Giorgia though. But yeah, it's awesome, dude. The only Georgia I had ever met, Cammie Roundtree, thank you for the super chat. I will let her know. The only Georgia I had ever met before that was a dealer at a poker room that I used to frequent the year after I graduated college, which was 2 years before I met Gabrielle. And man, I let a huge crush on that dealer, man. That Georgia was very pretty, but not as pretty as Gabrielle. Okay. And then now we're at Shauna Lawless. Shauna Lawless. There it is. My daughter is trying to say hi to your daughter and doesn't understand why she's not saying hi back. She's not saying hi back because I got to this too late, and I apologize for that. Thank you for the super chat. Kevin, thank you very much, good sir. Appreciate you. To test if you're a Fed, rank LeBron, Kobe, Jordan. Oh, please. Fucking Jordan, and then who cares? Thank you for the super chat. Jesse, I wasn't looking for a love connection. I was legitimately asking about ammo. But thanks for looking out for me. I thought that's what you said. You said a savage man, didn't you? Did I misunderstand what you said? Because I thought you said a savage man. I'm like going back to see. I don't know. I feel like I read that right. Okay. Thank you for the super chat. Okay. Now I want to show you guys something that is absolutely. Oh, you know what? Actually, we should. Actually, people have talked enough about this shooting today. I want to show you something that's just pure entertainment. Okay. Watch this. So I covered clavicular, I don't know, a week or two ago, right? He's the guy who was driving the car and then ran that kid over. and was like, I hope he's dead, right? And then everybody that does my channel should recognize Kyle Kalinske, best known for lots of things that I'll save the jokes for later. But so Kyle Kalinske is covering this because apparently Clavicular said that if Charlie Kirk would have been better looking, he'd still be alive. And he wanted to cover this. And this video is so funny from top to bottom that it's almost like there's never been a video that we just covered it on Play with Matches and we were dying laughing. What's up? What are you guys doing?
Mom said she's not going to play, but you
Okay.
can he?
I don't know. Well, I don't know how long I mean, I don't know tonight because I might not be done for a little while, dude.
Can we play Yahtzee if you want? You've been on for like an hour and 45 minutes.
Hey, I know how long I've been on. Come on, if you want to negotiate, you need to come over here, dude. I'm not negotiating off camera. Okay, the answer is I don't know when I'm going to be done. This is Daddy's job. Okay, I know it's super fun, but
Your usual lives are like an hour and like an hour.
my usual lives are an hour.
No, there should be 2 hours.
You don't know how long my lives are normally.
Yeah, I do.
Okay, but bottom line is I am working and I am not going to cut it short so I can play Yahtzee with you guys as much as that.
I know I'm asking.
Bottom line though, you guys, we're not doing jiu-jitsu tomorrow, so you guys aren't, so we can play lots of games. But I'm not going to cut this off just so we can play games.
Please?
I never asked you to. I just asked
Please?
No.
Jordan,
If you
Can I
guys,
say in?
no, you can't say in, but if you guys are awake, Georgia, I know in your world, like there's no scenario where a super cute, charismatic 8-year-old does not make the situation better, but that is in your world and not actual reality. You did a great job on the video today though. And you guys, okay, so beat it. And if you guys are still awake, maybe we'll play. And if not, we'll play tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
And for taking tomorrow off, you already know what's happening. Erika Kirk is chameleon. She certainly is. Oops. There we go. Okay. Let's jump right into this video about clavicular and this is just so funny.
All this stuff, I learned about it relatively recently. It's relatively foreign to me, but this is like a right-wing adjacent community, sort of like, you have the red pill, you have the groypers. Well, the looks maxers are sort of adjacent to that. And, it's this sort of like nihilistic philosophy that like nothing matters, everything is fake. So all I'm going to do is try to mog other people. In other words, I'm going to try to become as good looking as I can be, become as much of a Chad as I could possibly be. And so you get goofy things like they hit themselves in the face with a hammer because allegedly if you do that, when your bone structure heals, it heals in a more masculine way. So you have more defined features if you hit yourself with a hammer. How much?
If you guys didn't watch me cover clavicular, he's not joking. That is really what this kid is telling. It's looks maxing. So it's like, listen, it doesn't matter where you start. We can make you super good looking, bro. He talks openly about doing meth because it makes his cheekbones accentuate. Meth. Like, he's not like hiding the ball either. He's not like, I have some, I got a little helper. He's like, yeah, I use crystal meth. I've been using meth because it really accentuates my cheeks. It's like, say what, dude? Did you say meth? Yeah, meth. You're all meth. Yes, meth. You said that out loud. Mm-hmm. Yeah, meth for my cheekbones. You're all. You are aware that meth is not like it's not like a drug that anyone looks like highly about. It's basically the grimiest thing that you could possibly admit to publicly. And it's also going to make your teeth fall out. Is looks maxing like super dope if you have no teeth? Because that's for sure going to happen. Well, we'll cross that bridge when it comes.
Much of this is a meme, how much of it is real? It's kind of hard to decipher. But anyway, so this guy Clavicular, boy, oh boy, he went on the Daily Wire recently. He did an interview with Michael Knowles, and that was hilarious. We talked about this the other day, that now the right built this monster and they don't know what to do with it because...
Okay, first of all, his appearance on Michael Knowles' show is actually painfully hilarious. But I'm like, I don't want to spoil it because I want you guys to tell me whether you think that this guy Clavicular is being like genuine or if he's trolling this whole thing, because he really does like do all this, like, crush his face. He does the meth. I know he does. He's really doing the meth, all that. Grace Armstrong. Thank you very much. Wait, Grace Armstrong art. Ooh, I'll check out your art, girl. I will check that out because I love people's art. Don't 6-7 me, been a game since JFK. Thank you for the super chat. The Savage Fam was his handle. LOL, his handle. Oh yeah. Hey, I'm not looking for a love connection, Jesse, but I do remember the handle was the Savage Fam, and I love to shoot, and I will be here. Just a lady in Florida. Don't have a man. I'm just pointing that out, and maybe you're not looking at my picture, but I have been told I'm pretty. So I'm just kidding. But yeah, so Savage Fan, hit me up, and I will give you her information.
Now they're not team players. They're not about the party politics. They're not about like yay Republicans and MAGA.
Oh yeah. Sorry. Let me finish my thought. I think it's hilarious that Kyle Kalinske thinks that there's some kind of like right-wing community and they all care about politics. He's all, geez, they built this like big group of people that are all like right-wingers and now they don't know what to do with them. And you're all, what are you talking about? He's like, well, these guys all voted for Trump. You're all, okay. He's like, and now Michael Knowles doesn't know what to do with a guy like Clavicular. Y'all, yeah. Just because someone voted for one of the two presidential candidates doesn't mean that they're interested in politics, nerd. Okay. Also, in case you guys haven't been paying attention, if your testosterone is over 11, you are probably one of like 6 people that still is on the left. Now, they didn't really give us a lot of options. They're like, I'm sorry, did you say you like baseball? You racist piece of shit. Fuck you. And you're like, all right, well, what? I mean, do you guys have any guys over there? They're all, no, well, we did, but they're all becoming women. So, like Kyle Kalinski's worldview is so bizarre to me, dude.
It's like they're doing the purity thing where it's like, no, I'm the purest and further right-wing person. So, and that is now undermining the broader project. So more on that in a second. I got some clips from the Michael Knowles thing that I haven't been able to show you yet, even though we talked about this the other day. But let me start with this. This is a video that was floating around TikTok. Here you have Clavicular, and he is explaining how Charlie Kirk would be alive if he was hot, if he was better looking. I'm not kidding. Here's what he said. Let's listen.
Would Charlie Kirk have gotten assassinated if he were Chad? Well, probably not, and here's why. Good-looking people experience something called the halo effect, so it's quite possible that if Charlie were to be better looking, someone wouldn't have hated him enough to assassinate him. What happened to him is quite terrible, and this might be an insensitive video to make, but I'm really trying to bring awareness to how brutal the black pill is. Looks really are going to determine the quality of your life to a high degree, so if you're not doing everything you can to maximize them, you're missing out.
I'm at a loss for words. What I would honestly say about this, though, is, and I'm curious what you guys think, I think it's a troll. I think he's trolling. I think this whole looks maxing thing is like, it's like a troll, I mean, they basically created a religion around like, be as good looking as you can be and become a Chad, right?
It's so absurd, dude. It is so absurd. Like, the guy's like, oh yeah, hey, listen, because I'm going to be honest, I could not tell if he's trolling at this point either. I was like, well, they have the halo effect and people wouldn't hate him as much. I'm like, I don't know. I fucking hate Gavin Newsom and he's a really hot piece of ass. So I don't know. I don't know what to say about that. Right. AOC, objectively a pretty hot piece of ass, but like, I find her annoying. I mean, I wouldn't want to kill any of them anyway. Like, I obviously don't want to kill them. But you could point, you could think a person's good looking and also be like, she kind of sucks. Or Gavin Newsom, you're like, he probably sold his soul to Satan, right? But he is good looking. Okay, Kyle is amazing, and I'll tell you exactly why. And you guys, I'll give you a spoiler alert on one of the jokes that I came back to about 1,000 times on me and Gabrielle's video. It's like, what is happening with Kyle's beard? You want to go salt and pepper. That's gangster, dude. That's cool. But why would you have this beard mixed with this bleached hair and then with your ears like triple pierced? It's like he's like 19 years old on top. He's salt and pepper like 44 on bottom. And then his ears just scream homosexual. It's really bizarre, dude. He's made some very weird choices related to his upkeep, my painting, Hold Up, Be Strong, Only Truth Lives On, fits your show tonight. LOL, patience pays. Okay, let me, I will find that while I let him continue to entertain the crowd. Where the fuck is my phone? What on earth? Where the fuck is my phone? I am so... Oh, there it is. Of course, my daughters took it off the chair and then threw it as far away from me as it possibly could. Look at this. They're all here, Jesse. It's fine. It's fine right over there, right? Wait, hang on. There you go. That's super accessible. Thanks, guys. Don't worry. It'll be really easy to get. Okay, I'm gonna go grab my phone. You guys watch this next hilarious part. But trust me, when we get to the Michael Knowles part, you're gonna die.
And, getting surgeries and all sorts of stuff, hitting yourself in the face with a hammer, taking all sorts of weird substances, steroids when he's a fucking teenager, right? But like, I can't help but think it's a troll. Like it's almost like an art experiment, right? That's what I think. That's what my gut tells me, because I almost can't imagine people being this silly. You know what I'm saying? Like, I almost can't wrap my mind around anybody actually being all in with this shit. All right, but so there you have that. But that's actually like, it shows you what these people are about, where they're willing to go all the way to the point where even though they're right wing, they undermine right wing politics more broadly, because now it's like you right winged your way
almost like they don't give a fuck about politics, nerd,
into doing an anti Charlie Kirk video by saying he was ugly and that's why he was killed, which is just so, I mean, that's so absurd.
What's absurd is that you can't even interpret a kid making this ludicrous joke statement without being like, they're on the right. They can't say something that might be interpreted anti-Charlie. He's such an idiot, dude.
That's so absurd. But again, I think it's sort of a troll job. All right, now, here we go. Back with his interview with Michael Knowles. And this is one of those moments that the right was just absolutely coping and seething over, because here he says, if it's J.D. Vance versus Gavin Newsom, how would this very right-wing guy vote? Listen.
Yeah, but I mean, like, this next election cycle, who's going to win? It's going to be Gavin Newsom against J.D. Vance, because J.D. Vance is subhuman and Gavin Newsom mugs.
J.D. Vance is subhuman and Gavin Newsom mugs.
Subhuman? Yeah.
What makes you say that?
He's got a very short total facial width to height ratio. He's obese, very recessed side profile, whereas Newsom is like 6'3" Chad.
So JD's very tall. JD's got to be
well. Still,
6'2",
6'3". Gavin Newsom obviously mogs him to death.
So you're a
Gavin Newsom obviously mogs him to death.
I'm going to tell you right now, anybody who was upset because fucking Clavicular was like, listen, man, Gavin Newsom's a 6'2" Chad, and that's why I'm going to vote for him. And instead of JD Vance, I'm telling you right now, if that actually made you mad, you're all, hey, you need to vote for JD. That makes you almost as stupid as Kyle Kalinske. You're like, guys, this is not a person whose opinion you take seriously at all. Okay. Like at all. If a fucking dude is, if you walk down the road, you're all, I think I'm just going to go for a nice brisk walk tonight instead of driving down to the gas station because I've got to get it. And there's like some guy in like a gully with like his pants off. And he's like covered in fucking dirt and like liquor. And he's like, hey, give me some money. You're all, fuck you, man. You're too dirty to get my money. And he's all, I'm going to vote for Gavin Newsom because JD Vance is a fucking subhuman with a terrible nose to mouth ratio. You're all, what, dude? You're going to vote for who? Gavin Newsom because he's a 6'2" Chad. Okay, the only person who loses is if you let yourself be affected by that idiotic shit instead of just laughing at how fucking absurd it is.
You prefer Newsom to the vice president?
I'm just telling you who's going to win.
Do you prefer him though?
Honestly, it's hard to say, but Newsom being that much more of a mogger and like having a president who's like fat and especially that young.
Do you think I don't think he's fat.
I would say
he's a bigger guy for sure.
It's just embarrassing. Like, how are you?
Oh my God, dude. It's been a game. Just friendly jokes, brother. Of course, dude. Of course. Okay. In case you guys can't figure it out, like he is for sure trolling, like for absolute sure. And I didn't know it until then. Like right there, he's like, just having like a president that's like fat is just like, the fact that the Daily Wire had him on is absolutely unbelievably hilarious, dude. It's like he had him on it. Yeah, man. Listen, like you can't be a president if you're fat. You're fat. The way he delivered that was the first time I realized he was actually having a hard time like keeping his fucking shit together. But it is just so dumb. Like, oh wait, hang on. Could be trolling, but it doesn't matter because what he says is true. Oh, honestly, you're not wrong, actually. Not like JD's not fat. JD's like one of those guys that he carries it. Like JD's a strong JD's like a military, like strong person that from the outside, if you don't consistently like actually tangle with people, you would look and be all, oh, he's whatever. Like these looks maxing nerds. They're like, that guy doesn't even have a fucking six pack. You're all, I know, but right now we're talking about who's going to win in a fist fight. So he doesn't have a six pack, man. Like, how's he going to win a fist fight? It's like, I don't know. Why don't you go challenge that guy to a fight with your fucking six pack? See how that goes, dude. Like JD is that's a formidable adversary, coming from people who have actually, tangled with a formidable adversary. Now, Gavin Newsom is also though. Like Gavin Newsom is definitely also a dude he's a fucking tough round. JD Vance and Gavin Newsom would both be tough rounds. Just in terms of like their build and like how they're wired. Like Gavin, you can be like, Gavin's a scumbag that's whatever. It's like, look in those eyes. That's a tough fucking round right there. I would enjoy beating no, I wouldn't. I wouldn't enjoy hurting anyone, but I would definitely not want to fucking lose that round to that guy under any circumstances. But Joe Jersey, thank you very much. I think JD Vance fucks Gavin Newsom up though, just for the record. If those two fight, I got JD all day. I think he would, if I was going to have to visualize that fight, I think you've got Gavin would try to keep it on the feet. He would have been, he's a guy that would, I think, fancy himself, I'm good at leg kicks, man. I'm good at leg kicks. JD is going to get him on the ground and he's going to like smother him while he's on top. And then he's going to start dropping elbows on him. Like that fight goes JD on top and eventually ground and pounds Gavin Newsom into oblivion. The behavioral panel, they were worth checking out, reading body language. They tell someone's blink rate. And then hang on. The behavioral panel, they're worth checking out, reading body language. They can tell someone's blink rate and 1,000 other things. You're so good at reading people, it'll level you up. I will definitely do that on Instagram, I assume. I'll check that out. It might be, if nothing else, interesting for me to like actually have some data to back up like how I think that I do that, because I still don't really fully understand how I'm able to like, but anyway, let's watch.
Fat and you expect to like lead a country, you can't even be in shape,
So you're going to notice this throughout. Michael Knowles literally just doesn't know how to deal with this. It's like, it doesn't compute. He's like, wait. You're going off of the approved talking points. You're not allowed to say this stuff if you're in our community. And if I'm interviewing you, all right, here we go.
So you got, let's say
it's a hilarious take, because actually watch Michael Knowles. Michael Knowles is laughing this whole entire time. Like he's just like, Michael Knowles is ridiculous. Like he is like, he's bored. Like he's kind of like boring to watch, but I could tell that Michael Knowles is one of the guys I actually would get along with, because he actually doesn't take himself very seriously. Like he's the one that I would fuck with and he would laugh, Like Michael Knowles is the one out of all those guys where I would be like, hey, Knowles, like you and your wife, last weekend. Be like, what do you mean? I'm like, you fucking know exactly what I mean, Michael Knowles. And he'd be like, no, I don't. I'd be like, yeah, you fucking do. And he would just laugh. Like he's the kind of guy you could make a joke about that. Like make a joke with Ben Shapiro. You're like, hey, Ben, dude. Hey, you and your wife last weekend, huh? He'd be all, I don't know what you mean. I'm like, yeah, you fucking do. And he would be like, and he would spaz out. That's basically how I determine who I like and who I don't. If I could make that exact joke to them on Monday morning in the office, if they would laugh about that, I like them. And if they would be super butthurt and get mad that I don't, Ben would get mad for sure. Michael Knowles for sure would not. Anywho, let's continue.
You got to vote. It's 2028.
I'm voting for Gavin Newsom.
You're voting for Gavin Newsom.
You can't be that subhuman.
So
I'm sorry, Ozzy, you're right. Let me go back up. That was a real big super chat. Let me go back up. I couldn't talk about that shit in front of my baby, dude. Okay, so the conspiracy files, 3-part. Okay, so you're talking making unaliving films for John David Norman, who had connections to the 3-letter. Yeah, so now, I mean, I don't really have an answer because I don't know a lot about it yet, but I will definitely watch that, dude. Let me pull that shit up. Candy Mandine. That is such a fucked up name for a person who's involved in that. You know what I mean? Like, if what you're doing, you're making snuff films and all that stuff, and your name is Candyman Dean Coral. That's horrific, dude. Horrific. Damn, they're like, will not auto-populate. All right, I got it all ready. See, check it out, dude. All ready to go. I will watch this after we get done watching this hilarious. Well, I mean,
all right. Well, this actually is up a thread.
Thank you again,
conversation.
Now, notice how this dovetails with the Groypers. What do the Groypers say? The Groypers are like, well, Gavin Newsom has, a beautiful white family. The kids even have blonde hair. It's like he's like he's like an Aryan Ubermensch, right?
Yeah, but Heavy Duty Country's not fat at all. He's just a fucking diesel piece of American steel with a cowboy hat on. Actually, not a cowboy hat, but like, yeah. That dude, that's your fucking best friend in a fucking bar fight, dude. That's a guy that you're stoked that you have with you. Is like, you fucking Dan. A, huge. B, he's great for the pre-fight. Like, he will get you away from a fight just on how he looked. Like, he carries it like a person who's like, is very excited that you're potentially going to fucking actually make this happen. It's like, he'll just look at, he's like, we're going to do this. And that's basically the energy you kind of want to throw out if you don't want to fight. I mean, is just look like you want it. It's like, and you look at them like they're fucking dinner, you just look at them like they're dinner. It was a long time ago when I used to, but like, I was not pretending. I definitely I wanted to fight them. That's before now I just get all of that shit out, training and whatever. But yeah, Heavy Duty Country is, yeah. That's a big boy, dude. YouTube Chase Hughes went viral on Rogan PBD but all the guys are fire. YouTube Chase Hughes went viral on Rogan PBD, but they're all okay. I'll check that out. I will take a look right now.
It's almost like his family was created by some AI program to be a typical Aryan family. They eat that shit up. They love that shit. And meanwhile, they look at JD Vance. They're like, bro, you have an Indian wife and Indian kids. Fuck you, is what the Groypers say. They're like, you're a race traitor. You're a race traitor. This is what they say. And so that's the Groypers out right-winging other right-wingers, but it's like a horseshoe theory and coming back.
Okay, so Chase Hughes, I know exactly. I pulled up his channel. I know exactly who you're talking about, and I will definitely watch some of that. And again, just listen to how this fucking idiot, sees all this stuff. It's so funny. He's like, it's like you're out right-winging, the right-wing guy because you're like, that guy's a race traitor because he's married to a chick who's not white. You're all. How on earth are you talking about a person who says that, like, you have this clown show clavicular trolling Michael Knowles about Gavin Newsom being better looking than JD Vance and thus he's who he would vote for. And Kyle somehow ipso facto walks himself through a talk track to where he's talking about people being upset about JD Vance because he's married to an Indian. You're all, how are you even getting there? Like, how'd you do that? How did you do that? He's like, there's a lot of things that I can do that you don't know how to do. I'm like, I bet there are, dude. I bet there fucking are. I have no idea how to oh man. I have no idea how to get a mayonnaise jar up my ass. And I know you do. I know that you are one of the best friends to have in prison because you can get something that large inside of you that's filled with all kinds of contraband. I don't know how to do that. You're right. What else? There's all kinds of fucked up jokes that I could take this one, But I think mostly, though, if you have intentionally modeled yourself after a YouTuber that you took clips of at the beginning of your career, and you talk shit about anyone else for any reason, under any circumstances, that's fucking hilarious. That is absolutely fucking hilarious, especially given the skill set of the person that you're talking about. Because real quick, guys, preview, I might have an exclusive interview with Erika Kirk coming. And I feel like when I tell you that, I should probably show you what I mean, with some previous interviews that I've done that'll very much, resemble this one. So I guess I could show you guys this one. I did when I had Logan Paul on the show. Great episode. What's going on?
And he's pouring liquor in her mouth.
So this was right around when Logan Paul was going to fight Dylan Dennis. And I was able to secure an incredible interview with him because of all of the talk online about how Nina Agdal, his fiance, had a pretty checkered past when it came to swallowing cock. And so I was able to talk him into coming on to explain his side of the story. And he subsequently blocked me on social media after this, but I'll let you guys check it out.
Yes. What about the guy who's simulating a penis with a liquor bottle and he's pouring liquor in her mouth while she's on her knees with her mouth open? You believe that he also did not smash?
Yes, because it's a show.
What about the dude from Valuetainment who said that him and 3 of his boys smashed? She told you that's a lie and you believe her.
Yes.
So do you believe in unicorns?
Yes.
How about the Easter Bunny?
Yes.
Have you ever snooped through her phone just to get a quantity of how many dudes she might be also talking to?
There are so many.
And you didn't get concerned about her talking to all those guys?
I really didn't.
Sounds about right. Hey, Mom, I'm in the middle of the interview that I told you I was going to be doing today.
This is the longest I've ever gone without sex.
Jesus, I was just there an hour ago.
I need penis inside of me.
Okay, well, I'm kind of in the middle of interviewing Jake Paul's brother.
It's driving me crazy.
Relax. I'll be back there in about 45 minutes.
This is the longest I've ever gone without sex.
Okay, yeah, you said that. You've never gone 60 straight minutes without sex before? I find that a little bit hard to believe.
If you guys know a good dick,
How about Dylan Dennis?
I'll take it.
Good God.
All I want is like a big fat sausage just destroying my body.
Jesus, that is so hot. Let me wrap up with this ass hat and I'll be right over.
I need penis.
I know.
I need penis.
I know.
Penis.
I got it.
I need penis.
Okay, I understand.
Penis.
Okay, I gotta go.
I need penis.
I'm hanging up now.
Penis.
I'm hanging up now.
I need penis.
Oh.
Who the fuck's on the phone?
Yes.
What about the guy who's simulating a penis with a lick?
Yeah. I just did that shit for fun. I wasn't even mad at fucking Logan. You know what I mean? I wasn't even mad at Logan. That was just, I thought it'd be fun. Imagine if I decided to do that with someone who actually fucked with me. You know what I mean? But speaking of that, I do have an interview coming with Erika Kirk soon. So it's not going to be personal or anything, but I think, some questions need to be asked and answered. Bro, what's up? Ever since I realized Dauntless Dialogue has an app on my Roku, I've been stuck watching everything. If you don't know now, oh, bro, it is like you couldn't run out if you tried. Just like go to go to Mouthy Buddhas and watch all of his series, and then watch all of the there's the Satan one about the God damn it. Anyway, I'm sorry, but yeah, it's amazing. Nick Pacharli, thank you for the super chat. Jess, what's up? Vance would smash a hole in Gavin's face, and this salt and peppered guy's a dweeb. Can you imagine meeting your new brother-in-law and something and walks like this fucking guy, like it's a Wo Shambo? Dude, that's so funny. If that guy's your new brother-in-law. She's like, you're gonna like, I think you and my brother-in-law will get along, and you could tell, like, your fucking girl, and you're like, you don't sound like super confident. She's like, no, I think you guys will get along. Like, I think you guys are gonna like each other a lot. And you're all, you don't sound super confident. Then that fucking asshat walks in. He's all, hey man. And just the exact energy that Kyle Kalinske would have in that exact thing is just, I would have him pegged immediately. The like kind of like half suspicious, like, hey man, what are we gonna do here, huh? Like, you gonna treat my sister good, huh? You gonna treat my sister good? But hey, my eyes are saying fuck you, and my mouth saying ha ha ha, which makes me not, very trustworthy. And this is not a very good first impression. And I could just literally, like, that exact scenario is fucking hilarious. But hang on. I wanted to show you guys something else that I just thought of, because I had another one of those I have not watched in a very long time. That's fucking hilarious. Jesse on Fire John Jones interview. And yes, you guys, I watch my own stuff to laugh because I forget all my jokes and then I die laughing at them years later. Let me see, dude. Hang on. Oh, I remember exactly what I know what the thumbnail looks like. Oh, this browser's lost connection. Oh, come on, dude. He's like bench or oh man, am I gonna have to go to my own? I'm gonna have to go to my own. Look at that, dude. 5 years ago, son. Oh shit. It says that I have no audio. Let me remove that and then re-add it. Dude, let's see what I was doing five years ago.
All right, Jesse on Fire. Welcome to the channel. I've got two groups of people to address today. Number one, I've got my current subscribers where you're going to have heard a lot.
June 22nd, 2020. That's 2 months after I started the channel. Hang on. I have to find this interview or else I'm going to go insane. And apparently I've done 10 billion fucking videos. Oh, here it is. I got it. All right. I showed this to Chael Sonnen and he fucking died laughing. Although actually I showed the full
the first time you did Toronto,
I showed the full Logan Paul interview that I did to Chael before I put it out. And for literally 2 months, he was texting me lines from the fucking video. He thought it was the funniest thing ever. I think his favorite, was when I was like, dude, I'm busy interviewing Jake Paul's brother. Like that, talk about flattering, dude. If fucking Chael thinks I'm funny, because he's the funniest motherfucker in the world. All right, here we go. Watch this. If you guys don't know who John Jones is, he is he's the greatest mixed martial artist of all time.
What was that like?
Remember this overwhelming feeling of that it was for me.
John, you're one of the most prolific partiers in the history of professional sports. Would you agree that Earth has never seen your equal when it comes to pounding booze and blow and still performing at a high level athletically?
I have no doubt.
How'd you do it?
By the way, this guy, if you don't know who John Jones is, has literally never lost in combat sports. He's beat the fuck out of everybody he's ever fought, but he has popped dirty for steroids about 1,000 times. He's gotten so many DUIs that you couldn't even fucking possibly count. He's had a million things with chicks, blow. Like he is the most reckless fucking maniac of all time. And he's so good that he still has never lost. But that is the basis of these jokes if you don't know who John Jones is.
Back then. Balance both your desire to crush strange booty after drinking a pint of vodka with your desire to remain a world champion.
It's what makes me work my ass off.
You crush more pussy than any combat sports athlete in history. You popped hot multiple times from blow. Clearly your methods work because you remained world champion. Did you ever find yourself getting bored smashing so much groupie strange?
No.
So every night you found a ready and willing groupie to be your blow-up doll for the night. Were there ever any nights where you found yourself not performing at your best?
Did I have months where I wasn't performing well? Yeah, that happens.
And that's when the dick pills came in the picture.
No doubt.
So let's play a thought exercise. It's 2015. You've drank a 12-pack of some fancy IPA. You've mixed in 8 shots of Tito's. You've done enough yayo to keep a horse up for a month. You got a championship fight in a week, and you got a girl spread out on your bed when you realize, oh no, John Jr. not ready for prime time right now. What do you do?
I don't even know what I'm gonna do. Just wanted to be at my best.
Which is when it's Viagra time, am I right? Now, what do you tell the girl when you excuse yourself?
So fucking funny, returning as the same John Jones. I believe that I'll return a much better version of my old self.
Now, I bet you did exactly that. Were you ever concerned that if you let loose on one of these girls with your chemically enhanced unit, that you might rupture her internal organs and send her to the hospital?
Yeah, that happens.
Yikes. Let's move along to the next topic. Now, I know you've been working a lot on yourself, and it's been a priority to show respect to your opponents. How would you respond to that?
I know that I put in the work.
Now, it would be just a baseline level of respect to be able to properly pronounce your opponent's name. Would you agree with that?
No doubt.
Go ahead and say Cyril Gone for me.
Cyril Gain.
Let's try again. Cyril Gone.
Cyril Gain.
Cyril Gone.
Cyril Gain.
I feel like you're doing this on purpose. Why are you saying his name incorrectly?
It's a lot of moving parts.
No, not really. 3 total syllables combined in his first and last name. Let's run it again. Cyril Gone.
Cyril Gain.
Cyril Gone.
So amazing.
What?
Cyril Gain.
Oh, you're trolling me. Got it. So I guess I don't need to ask, but you did enjoy getting under Daniel Cormier's skin from time to time.
How I'm going to react to that.
Well, now I would assume like a sociopath pulling wings off of a fly. Now let's get a little bit more personal.
Dude, I don't remember any of these jokes, dude. Like, I'm totally serious. It's probably been fucking, I don't even know. It's been like at least, let me see, when did I put this out, dude? I put this out March 2nd, 2023. So I put this out almost 3 years ago. I do now, though, remember the joke that I literally have never watched without crying is the part where I do the whole thing. It's like, hey, and you look down there, John Jr., not ready for prime time. What do you do? This is like the funniest shit ever, dude. But yeah, I don't remember any of these jokes.
What would you say are some of your best personal traits?
You know, I keep a certain degree of humility.
I asked you, John Jones, some of your best traits, and you defaulted to humility. That's interesting. Anybody want to ask me some of my best traits? It's not wearing a red shirt, not sitting in a chair right now doing an interview, because we're playing opposites day. Now, the first time you did Turinabol, what was that like?
Remember this overwhelming feeling of that it was for me.
Did you have any concerns about getting caught?
No.
Well, I guess a little humility might have worked well in that example.
Most guys fail when they play that with me.
Play what? Pointing out that overconfidence may have jammed you up in that single example?
All guys have failed.
Listen, man, I'm on juice right now. If it sounded like I was judging you, I'm not. I'm in no position to judge. I chemically enhance my unit and try to rupture my wife's insides at least twice a week, and I've done enough blow in my lifetime to kill 8 horses. So, yeah, I think we're on the same page.
How I'm going to react to that?
I mean, I don't know. You tell me. Actually, before we wrap, I want to say one last thing to you. Ready? Cyril Gone. Now, let me ask you guys a question. Do you have any idea how long
Oh my God, dude. I should fucking watch my old shit more often. I don't remember. I literally remembered like 30% of that. That's so funny, man. But yeah, I'm going to do one of those with Erika Kirk next week. Just FYI. That is coming. That is my next one of those is Erika Kirk. I have all the answers already. I've got the whole thing. It's yeah. That just inspired me, honestly. I did another one of these, but I can't remember whose it was, dude. If anybody remembers who else did I? Logan Paul, I did John Jones, and who else did I do, dude? I honest to God cannot remember. I can't fucking remember. But I promise the Erika Kirk one will be really funny. It'll be funny. No sex jokes, though. And I definitely, for sure, won't bring up Pizzagate at all. Nothing about Colbert. Nothing about pizza. I am not going to write the script around that at all, for sure. Oh, my God. Dying laughing at my own videos. I've made no secret of this at all, dude. If I think that my jokes are the funniest shit ever. If it's been long enough and I forgot them, I laugh every single time. I did say I was going to watch my language, but that is for videos. That is videos, and live streams don't really. It's like it's a different thing. Like I don't do the live streams for like the views. I do them because I enjoy it and I get to like rap out with everybody. But like for videos, I've noticed that like if I limit F-bombs, they have better reach. You know what I mean? Dude, did I do Colby one? I can't remember. I really genuinely, like I'm telling you the truth. I don't remember. I swear I did one more, dude. Like, did I do Connor? I swear to you, I don't remember. Oh, dude, I think I find myself hilarious. I think it's just because when I record, it's just everything's just like so like flow of consciousness that I don't remember the jokes. So like when I watch them back, it's like just watching anyone else, like someone else's channel. Oh yeah. Thank you. I really, really wanted to make sure that I looked at that. Okay, let me look at that right now. The Dan Bongino thing. Okay, here we go. I'm so glad that I saw this. I'll do this and then I'll probably wrap it up here soon. Georgia did Capers Cage by herself. What a little badass. She wins best kid. Georgia, you win best kid. Good job. Someone super chatted you some moolah, by the way.
Oh, money?
Hey, that's funny.
What? How much money?
What?
How much?
I'll tell you after. Go. I wasn't inviting you in. I love you though.
We almost done.
I don't know why. Good. Beat it. I told you. Bye. That's hilarious. Hey, Georgia, beat it. I said. Oh, that's not a sticker, dude. That's not a sticker. Georgia. This is hilarious. I'll tell you what. How many people that watch my channel think that if Tyler Robinson gets convicted, that I will have explaining to do, considering I've literally been the fucking one YouTuber that has said that it's Tyler from fucking day one. I think you got me confused with another channel, bud. I mean, unless you want to produce it, like go, hey, why don't you go produce the video where I would owe an apology if fucking Tyler Robinson gets convicted. I've literally said from the very first day that it's Tyler, unless you can prove that Tyler Robinson did it alone and none of these other little tranny freaks were involved, because that's all I've ever said and talked about always. Anywho, dude, I did oh, like you mean have Jake come on my show? Because I did Jake Shields' show recently. This is very true. I've been more set on Lance Twiggs being the culprit, having more to do with the crime. I had a big tip on that a couple weeks ago too, but I was I had to swear that I wouldn't put it out unless they gave me permission, and they didn't yet. Josh Maddox, thank you very much, dude. Member for 25 months, dude. You're a badass, man. Thank you. What's up, Dizzy? I hope Gabby and the family are good. We are very good. We're going to Mexico a week. Hold on. Okay, yeah, we're going to Mexico a week from tomorrow, and we're very excited. But hang on, this is the funniest thing ever. Look at my thumbnails. Hold on. You said if Tyler Robinson gets convicted, that I will owe apologies. And then I said, how or why? And you said, look at your thumbnails. You have to come with better than that, dude. I'll tell you what, you can just keep super chatting. I promise if the chat determines that you won the argument, I will send you whatever you super chat times 5 on my kids. I will. So keep sending them. And then if they say, no, yeah, Jesse, he has a good point, I will, whatever you've super chatted, I will do it times 5 with a max limit of $5,000. Build the builders. Yeah. Yeah. That's, all the weird stuff. I mean, the one thing that I just can't explain at all is the lack of an exit, like the 30-06 thing. Just as much as I've been like, yeah, Tyler Robinson, probably whatever, I can't explain the 30-06. That is a hole in the entire thing that I can't fill. Now, that said, I've just been of the opinion that Tyler Robinson's involved, not necessarily that he actually did it. He looks, now that I'm seeing him in court, like someone dumb enough to literally get talked into being a patsy, like where even after the whole thing played out, he still wouldn't realize that he had been made a patsy. And then you have some actual, like, much higher level intelligent left wingers that walked him into that. But clearly there was a lot of people who knew that was coming, whether that's because the state actors were doing that, setting that up or not. Either way, there's a lot of fucking Trantifa dudes and girls actually that are involved. I'm going to get to tell, hey, remember I told you guys that I had a big story that I was going to get to tell. So after I announced that, I made inquiries to the FBI to ask if I was going to be able to talk about this. And they said no. And then I think now that I'm going, as a matter of fact, I got to write that email, but I think I'm going to be able to tell you guys a very fucking crazy story soon. Very illuminating. Well, or maybe not, maybe illuminating, or maybe just like going to make it more confusing, but I mean, no, a fucking absolutely insane story related to all of this. Oh yeah, Bongino, good job, dude. Thank you so much, man. See, that's a real fucking fan right there, dude. That's a real fan. He's like, okay, Jesse's lost the plot. He doesn't remember what he was trying to talk about, which I didn't. Okay. Okay, so Dan Bongino says hang on. So Dan Bongino first says, hilarious, you not only missed the news cycle for the past year, but that you also knew you were the moron referenced in the post. Watching you advertise your dipshittery on a series of debates over the past year was my guilty pleasure while I was working. Now go back to your mama's spare room and write me some jokes and get your shine box too. My shoes got a scuff last night while lighting up the live stream while your clowns were rage posting. Thanks, Dan. Okay, let me just say the following. Dan is clearly like, well, I was saying this about Alex Jones too when the Candace thing was going on. If a bunch of people who are fans of another creator start fucking with you, it's very challenging not to like interpret it as that creator fucking with you. You know, like, because it just feels like it's them. When a lot of times it's like it's not them, dude. It's not Dave Smith fucking with Bongino. I mean, I don't know exactly what Bongino is responding to, but when he said like, "Oh, you got a bunch of clowns in your in my live stream," I understand, you know, where that's coming from. That said, this right here is dude. You want back into the podcast game, dude. You know, doing this like this, bro. Dan Bongino's probably man. He's one of the most talented podcasters fucking ever. And coming off of, you know, like being, you know, technically like joining the, I don't know how, like the institution, and then the whole Epstein debacle, which was like, I mean, listen, dude, I'm not one of these fucking naive people that doesn't understand how this stuff actually works. And I would challenge anyone. I would fucking challenge anyone to find a single clip of me saying something negative about Dan Bongino, even when I was torching Cash Patel. You won't find it, because every time that I said I don't trust Cash, I specifically was like, Dan Bongino's the only one there that I trust. That guy's a straight shooter. That guy's whatever, but it doesn't matter because I'm basing my opinions on an extremely heightened ability to fucking judge people, which is the only reason that I have fucking not ended up bankrupt and idiotic, or like idiotic, just like the only reason my life is turned into anything is just because I have that one skill. I'm terrible at everything else. And Bongino, I've always been able to read him and looked at him and been like, that dude's solid. And I have the exact opposite. In Cash Patel, I'm like, that guy is compromisable for sure. Whether he's compromised or not, I have no idea, but he is compromisable. Dan, if he has to go and sit in the chair and say whatever about the Epstein thing, like, you have to know there's big shit at play behind the scenes, but it doesn't matter because you're trying, like, you can't explain yourself. First of all, you can't talk about it publicly. And also, even if you could, the masses are not going to give you any leeway on that at all. You know, like, all of them are so black and white on that subject, which I completely understand. And I honestly think it's a good thing, because ultimately, if we're paying taxes and any of that is going toward, or like, there shouldn't be a single thing that is government sponsored where the outcome is children being victimized by demented pedos. End of story, you know? But like, he's coming out in that environment where everyone thinks that they've got the ultimate trump card on him, which, you know, they kind of do, because he's, you know, whatever happened there, like, he's the deputy director. Like, you can't, there's no way to say that you were like not involved. So if he wants to come out and kind of leave, you know, come in where he left off, he's got to come out fucking swinging, dude. Just like this. Like, he can't, like, just, this is the move. And you want to know why he's doing that is because, like I said, one of the most talented podcasters in the world, which means he understands the audience, which means he understands people, which means he knows this is the only way for him to come back. And he's going to continue to just fucking bang on anybody who wants it. You know, if he comes at me, I would be fucking flattered, kind of. And then I would actually be like, are you fucking serious, dude? You're just attacking me without even, you don't even have a fucking clip. You don't even have a clip that you're mad at, dude. I could say, you know, but again, most of my well, not most, but certainly a large portion of my viewpoint where I consider him separate from this thing is also because I know he's the deputy, and the guy who is the director, I look at and it's like, oh man, hey, I have an idea. Why don't you go do another fucking podcast with your girlfriend and talk about how you guys are beating the haters, because the haters that are jealous because you're out here thriving, you fucking nerd. Whose idea was that, bud? You know what I mean? The fuck was that? That was the sorriest shit I've ever seen in my entire life. A fucking director of the FBI on a fucking podcast talking about his relationship with his girlfriend. You know how ridiculous that sounds? You're in a suit. You're the director of the FBI. The fact that you have a girlfriend should be embarrassing. Not necessarily embarrassing, but it's certainly not a flex of any kind. That's not your wife. Like, it would be weird if you were going on and talking about your fucking wife, dude. Like, with your wife, your girlfriend. You know, your fucking girlfriend, dude. Like, every time that they said, you know, my boyfriend or my girlfriend, I was like, this is embarrassing, dude. You think fucking Bongino would have done that? They're all, hey, Dan, you know, we were thinking, you know, Stephen Miller's wife had I guess I would be Stephen. You know, hey, Stephen was wondering if you would do me a solid and, you know, come on the show. You mentioned some marital problems publicly, and I was wondering if you'd be willing to come on my podcast and talk about that in public so, you know, people could learn from some of the struggles that you guys went through. Dan would be like, you want me to bring my wife onto your podcast? Yeah, you know, you're a podcaster, and you know, maybe you could help people understand what it's like to navigate a challenging marriage in a high stakes government job like that. He'd be all, yeah, I'm not doing that. That's not a thing I'm going to do. He's a fucking podcaster. He's 1,000 times more reason to be on there than fucking Kash Patel, but he's smart and knows better, because it's ridiculous, dude. Ridiculous. And Mike Glover said that whoever his source was, who was at the tip top of the intelligence apparatus, said that, you know, Kash blocked them looking into foreign involvement in the Charlie Kirk thing. And you guys know where I sit on that. I'm just like, yeah, I think Tyler Robinson probably involved, but that doesn't, if you think that means that there's no foreign involvement if Tyler Robinson did it, what the fuck are you talking about? My hope from the beginning and continue to right now is that the feds are up on all these motherfuckers. Like, they're up on all of these leftists, and they are literally running an op by pretending that they believe that Tyler Robinson did this by himself. And they're trying to get these guys to start talking, you know, just get them talking, get them fucking talking. And that way they can ring them all up, because anybody who posted on social media, like, oh my God, wait till you see what happens on fucking Utah Valley University and on 9/10. It's like, I'm good with just for that post, like, guess till, you know, like they knew Charlie was going to get murdered and they made a post about it. 20 years. I like 20 for that. Just that. They heard a rumor that something was going to happen, that he was going to get killed, and they posted on X. 20 minimum. Anybody who was involved, life without. Anybody who pulled the trigger, death penalty. End of story. Whoever it was, the end. And if it was a state actor, we fucking flatten them, dude. But yeah, so that's what I hope is happening. And yeah. Okay, anyway, so he said that. Okay, so he said all this, and then I just talked for 20 minutes and didn't even look at. Okay, so Dave said, yeah, nice story. Why did you lie through your teeth about Epstein? Oh my God, I knew it, dude. I knew it. I swear to God, I had not read that. On my kids, I had not read that. On my fucking children's lives, I had not read that. I did not know he was going to say the Epstein thing. I just saw, all I had seen was that that there was like some kind of thing between the two of them. I didn't realize he was going to bring up Epstein, but that's, I mean, common sense. So Bongino says, hilarious that you not only missed the news cycle for the past year. Oh, wait. But for the past year, but that you also knew you were the moron referenced in the post, watching you advertise your dip. Wait, okay. So that is him responding to Dave Smith saying, why did you lie to your teeth about Epstein? Okay, I did this all backwards. Okay, so Dan first says the lib black pillar symbiote is a funny little organism. It's even led by a comedian. These morons can't even follow their own battle plan. Quick example. I do a guest hit last night on a podcast, and the LBP symbiote starts rage tweeting, no one is going to watch. when it was the #1 live stream in its slot, the LBP symbiote melted down and claiming that was us there to attack you. Dude, you want to know how fucking like outside the game I am? I don't even know where rankings on podcasts are. You know what I mean? Like I just do, like I do YouTube. Now I kind of like, I do some, literally my whole life is on YouTube pretty much that I do. But make no mistake about it. If I said something about Dan Bongino being like talented podcaster, for the record, I don't think there's anyone on earth who's better than me at this. No one. But he is exceptional. And okay, do these clowns know how this business works? And when you point out here on X what a bunch of dipshits they are, they start rage engaging again. I've been dealing with these tools for 15 years, and this is why they always implode. They're too stupid to coordinate. Today's lesson is concluded. Thanks for reading. Go. So he's saying, if I am translating this correctly, what he's saying is that anyone who coordinated and then went and attacked his stream was doing him the biggest favor in the world. As I discussed earlier, when talking about if people fuck with me, how I decide whether or not I'm going to respond is simple. Am I going to help them or hurt them? If they're bigger than me, then I will always respond. If they're smaller than me, am I going to hurt them or help them? And if I'm going to help them, then I won't do it, no matter what they've done. That's why I'm willing now to talk about that fucking pathetic, sorry ass fuck that made those documentaries about me, whatever, 2 years ago. Because now my audience probably has no idea who he is. And the ones who do, irrelevant. I'm not even in that fucking game anymore. I just want to make clear, though, that if you do know who I'm talking about, he is a fucking MMA guru stand. Go look at his old shit. Go look at his old videos and then look at what he looks like now and go look at MMA guru and keep in mind that this dude's start on YouTube was clipping MMA guru shit. Okay. Like, do you need to know anything else about a person who is like the real life Eminem stan? It's like, that's not a worthy adversary, dude. Even if you make good content, you on the inside are a person who would fucking copy another YouTuber and make yourself look just like them. You empty shell, pathetic fuck. You know what I mean? It's like, that's fucking weird, man. That is one of the weirdest fucking things ever. Those documentaries are hilarious. I haven't even seen them. I swear to you, I have not watched them at all. I have not even seen a single second of them because I knew that I wasn't going to respond because I think his channel, I don't know what he had at the time, but it was way too small for me to respond to without helping him. And I feel like he had like maybe 16,000 or something like that. I think that there was at some point where I actually said, I'm like, hey, I see you're making a lot of effort. You know, I said like anonymous, like I didn't say who I was talking to. I was like, hey, it looks like you're putting in a lot of effort. I'll tell you what, if you ever get to 20,000 subscribers, I'll respond. And I wasn't going to respond anyway, but it was just one of the, it's like, go chug along, guy, go chug along. But you know what's actually really funny is I never watched any of the ones that I do, or any of the ones that he did on me, but I looked at his channel and it was hilarious that like he did these live streams where he's on camera. And I would always look at not always. I mean, I fucking looked at his channel probably a total of 5 times ever. But I was looking and the videos that did all of his numbers and all of his growth, he wasn't on camera. He did these like narrated things. He's like a voiceover. And every time he was on camera, they bombed. I just thought that was so fucking funny. It's like you got this dude who's like, as soon as people are like, I love this channel, and then he's all, well, hey guys, here I am. And they're all, Jesus, my God, why would you have shown yourself to us? I'm never going to watch this fucking channel again. You weirdo. Ugh, you are hideous. I can't look at your face. I am never coming back to this channel. Even if you're off screen now, I'll never be able to wipe my memory of your disgusting face. My children just came in. You interrupted my joke. What's up?
What was the joke?
I was just talking about how some dude is super ugly, pathetic, and not talented. Why? What's up? No. Yeah, probably actually. Jimmy, thank you very much, dude. Appreciate you, dog. Because he sent me a super chat and said something nice. What do you mean, why? You come in here on the other side of the screen, just come and distract me? Is that is that what's hot in the street right now, Jen? Yes. Is that what's hot in the street, dog? All right, guys. Tell everyone.
My hair looks really
Is that new? Don't touch my automatic knives. Does this look like a child's toy? No.
Yes, Dad, it does actually.
No, it does not.
I can't open it.
Check that message from yesterday. Dude, I can't find you on Instagram, man. Are we friends? I know we are, dude, but hang on, let me see. I looked yesterday, but Ethan Goff. Oh my god, my phone is freezing. Of course. That is a sign for me to oh my god, my phone died. My phone is dead. It has no battery. Has no batteries. I'll take a look, my dude. Stacy Shepard, thank you for the super chat. Keep up the amazing social commentary. Jesse, love your channel. Content and collaborations. Greeting from Melbourne, Australia, bro. Thank you very much. You, sir, are living in an incredible part of the world. I wish that I grew up there and I surfed.
What?
Did you say what? Georgia, I told you if you're gonna sit here, you have to turn on the microphone. But we're gonna shut this down in about 2 minutes.
Yeah, I'm staying here so
You turn on the knob. Why? Remind me for what reason? Like, oh, dude, pick that up. Pick that up. Those are mummies. Mommy will kill us all fucking dead. Kill us all dead, and you know that's true. Georgia, tell us. Okay, I want you to tell us what look at my phone's dead, dude. Dead as a doornail. I could probably get onto. Hold on. I was looking at my Instagram. Hold on. Oh yeah. Okay. Here we go. Oh, dude. Ethan, I put this on. I put that on the stream today. Like that message you sent me, I put that on the stream today. Yeah. Someone said, shut it, Blitzkrieg. Okay, let's see what they said. Let's see what Blitzkrieg said. Oh, there we go. Can't believe you're talking like that in front of my daughter. I know, dude. It's one of those things where it is probably going to be the defining factor on whether they have a good life or not is if they've heard their dad say a word that came out of his mouth. I'm just gonna be honest, dude. In this family, we don't really care about that. As long as they know you can't say things like that at school, you also certainly can't say it in front of us. Good practice. They're not allowed to talk like that. Unless I decide that it's funny for the day. Zagas, thank you for the super chat. Jesse, teach her the way of the switchblade. Wise kid will know. No, I mean, yeah, but these are challenge. These are like hard out the top.
Let me try.
No, you cannot try. Genevieve, I know you can do it. You've done it before. I didn't know.
I want to.
They know jujitsu. That's their safety place. Oops. Danielle had me shaking and sweaty with the drug talk, ex-con and addict. Yeah. Bless you, brother. I'm expert in occult. If you have me on, hit me up, dude. Shoot me an email, man. I know. A girl who looks like her, she's like, yeah, and this is how I did it. So I'm sure, like, for the dudes that have that background, they're like, oh my God, and she's clean now. It's unfortunate, though. She is definitely taken. Different message? What? It's not a different message, dude.
Can they see your screen or is that only you?
I mean, I could show it to them if I wanted to. But crazy.
Go up.
Dude, you're sunshine, right, Ethan? Oh, this message. Oh, crazy. Personal story about Glenn. Okay. Like early 1910s, pretty crazy. I don't want to tell you. Yeah. Okay, cool, man. Yeah, dude, send that to me in like a Instagram voice memo, dude. I'll listen to that later on, for sure. Curious Amara, what's up, girl? I think it's time to shut it down. Spend some time with the kiddos and Gabby's asleep, and they just want me, dude.
Dad.
Oh, you think what? You think you can like gang up on me with Amara? Curious Amara? What do you think she's curious about?
My balloon.
Your balloon? It's possible. It is possible. Nate, what's up, man? Dispatcher audio from 910 has 2 separate descriptions of the shooter with assault rifle and dressed in black. I saved them if you want. I fucking absolutely want those, dude. Can you shoot that? Send those to my email, realjesseonfire@gmail. And if you do that tonight, I will definitely take a look. Please. 2 separate descriptions of the shooter with the assault rifle and dressed in black. Are you a dispatcher? Or is this just like when it first happened? There was so much stuff that happened like when it first happened that I feel like people forgot so much stuff, man. Oh yeah. They do. But the whole thing is that if you let them run ruckshot over you, then guess what?
Who's that?
What?
Who's they?
You.
Oh.
The 2 of you guys.
You've been on it for
2
You're
hours,
right.
40 minutes.
All right. I will beat the street, dude. Hold on. Yeah. Parents, this is exactly right. Parents are allowed to swear, kids are not. It's as simple as that. Be lucky your kids still want to hang out. Oh, I know. I am the luckiest, dude. Do you guys want to play Yahtzee?
Yeah, we already have it in our room.
But you already have it out?
Yes.
Let's go.
Not ready though.
Okay, let's play.
Can you go sit
Hey guys. Ugh. The ego is insufferable. I know. I hear that a lot. I take myself so seriously, and my ego is absolutely out of control. Oh man. That's ridiculous. I literally have no ego, aside from the fact that I said I was the best on the mic ever. But that's not ego. That's confidence. I'm terrible at everything, though. Dude, I didn't deviate from UFC to right-wing propaganda. I deviated from UFC to like other things I pay attention to that YouTube decided they want to pay me 3 times as much for. It's pretty straightforward. You know what I mean? Anyway, you guys are the best. Love you guys. Thank you guys for the super chats. Bye-bye.